Oh, shit.
Welcome to hell, bitches.
Your own personal hell.
Yeah.
The hell in which we play. We play through this game as slowly as humanly possible,
Do you think we'll get through 3 lines this time? Maybe 4. Oh, shit.
Don't get spicy.
Yeah,
spicy.
4 is way too spicy.
Also, what time is it? 1. Yeah, we're starting late, baby. Let's go. That's my fault.
Yeah, but...
I injured my back, so, I've just been moving around real slow. It took me forever to get out of bed.
Yeah, before you were streaming.
Yeah. Also, Sid is here.
Hi!
Sid is here. And we're gonna load this case.
Sid, do you want to voice any? You don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't care either way. As long as you
We're
guys
in a
don't mind
fucking
being
cross-examination?
Yeah.
Oh, no!
No, well, we just started it. We read the testimony, and then that's where we quit.
Okay.
I
don't know anything about this cross-examination.
I will be totally okay with voicing any side characters that you want me to, if you want me to, but just be aware that I am drunk and my reading abilities are limited.
I'm
beginning to think that maybe I am dyslexic, and I just never knew it.
There's a very high possibility.
Yeah, that could be true.
Like, I could definitely see...
Actually, yeah. About the way that I read.
I know how you read, and also, like, the mistakes you make when reading kind of lines up a bit, honestly.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if you could take, like, a test for it or something.
There is a test for dyslexia.
But yeah, I would not be surprised if you were dyslexic, actually. Yeah.
You voiced this, dipshit.
Well, I already read it last time.
Yeah, but I was not conscious.
I also don't ever remember the voice I give this guy. Sid!
He's vaguely British.
This guy doesn't, I'm not committed to this guy.
He's Detective Inspector Tobias
Gregson.
And he's like vaguely British.
I guess,
He's just British.
I mean, everybody other than us is just
well,
British.
I'm going to be vaguely British.
Yeah, you can be vaguely British. He's Detective Inspector
Because I
Tobias...
cannot do a British accent.
Yeah, he's Detective Inspector Tobias Gregson.
He likes potatoes.
And he likes chips.
Ooh, I love chips as well.
And he's always chomping on the chips, and that's what he looks like. So, I mean, take it away, Sid.
Wingardium Leviosa.
No, that's not
No.
That's not what the words say.
As I said, it was 5 o'clock in the afternoon when the incident occurred, and there was an unusually light fog.
Hold it!
A light fog, you say?
Well, light for London. You could see the opposite side of the street for once. Not much farther, though.
That's light, is it?
Yes. If anyone knows anything about the UK, it's foggy as fuck.
Around these parts, yes. Not something I'd expect a Japanese fellow like yourself to know, of course.
I've read that London is famous for its fog. But in my country, people usually imagine that gives the city a rather beautiful appearance. Okay.
Ooh, hello, Daddy.
Oh yeah, I know you're gonna love this motherfucker.
So normally I voice this guy.
No, you need to voice this guy.
Okay, I go. Just how quaint.
Yes, well, it's not something us Londoners tend to romanticize, as I expect you can appreciate.
I see.
At this time of year, the fog causes a large number of accidents, especially when it's heavy. Sometimes you can't even see your own hand at the end of your arm.
Very Silent Hill.
Am I taking the judge?
I think I'll start out doing it,
okay.
And then if it gets bad,
okay.
We'll see. Indeed, the other day I was very nearly trampled by horses before I could see the carriage they were pulling. Oh shit.
Yeah, you gotta give me that reverb, brother.
That reverb,
That's
brother.
already on.
Okay. Is that the sound that I should definitely remember to stop, look, and listen? However, on the day that concerns us, the fog was somewhat lighter than usual. A fact no doubt lamented by the accused.
Vampire.
I want to lick his face.
You haven't even seen the best of him.
He's one specific animation that is horny.
The moment you see the animation,
you'll know.
You're gonna come.
I'm excited.
You'll know.
Yeah.
Visibility was reasonably good, and there was no one else but the victim and the accused.
Hold it!
How are you able to state that with any certainty? Quite simply, my learned friend, because that is what the witnesses to this crime have told us.
Ah, yes, witness testimony, the most reliable thing in a court case.
Yep.
Yes, Inspector Gregson mentioned the witnesses yesterday, didn't he?
That's right. One of them is a policeman, I believe, from Scotland Yard.
Oh, Scotland Yard.
Aren't you so fucking fancy in Scotland Yard?
That's correct, ma'am.
Then we must hear their testimony. The prosecution will of course call them to the stand, should it be necessary. But wait a minute. At 5 o'clock in the afternoon in the middle of winter, it would have been dark already.
Yeah.
No matter how light the fog might have been, no one could have seen. I'm unaware of the situation on your tiny island in the east. But here in the capital city of Great Britain, all main roads are illuminated in the night by gas streetlights.
Yes, which give great visibility, I'm sure.
Faux show.
Also, Japan is not that much smaller.
Hey, no, stop it. They're just trying to be racist.
Yeah.
Let them
Let him cook. Let him cook this incredibly
Let 'em
racist meal. Like, what
wait
the
a minute.
fuck?
Wait, hold up. I think I'm... Maybe I'm fucking up. The prosecution believes there would have been ample light by which to witness the crime.
Okay, whatever.
Quite, I guess.
I guess I'll just blindly agree.
I'm the judge and I'll just believe you. Here in London, for the first time in history, mankind has completely conquered the darkness.
What?
It's
I
not the
don't.
first time in history.
Yeah. Also, I don't think I would put gaslight lamps.
Torches solved a lot.
Like, man, fire has been around a long time, my guy. Like, I don't. The visibility is not that much higher. I mean, wait till the light bulb, my guy. Like, I don't.
Oh yeah, no, you're gonna cream. I keep talking about cum a lot, but which means we really need to hear those witnesses' statements and their cum. That was echoed, by the way. Oh fuck, hell yeah. If I could just get through the fog of this cross-examination, maybe we'll be able to.
Do you see what he did there? Did you get it?
It's because
The fog,
Great Britain foggy
And it obscured the road, but also the testimony.
foggy.
Yeah.
Bro, we just soy jack at that thing. It seems the counsel for the defense is taking stock. Continue with your testimony, Inspector.
Out of the blue, the victim was stabbed from behind and subsequently collapsed onto the pavement.
From behind, you say?
That's right. As you can see from this print.
Look at his photograph.
Yes, quite so, Inspector. The handle of the weapon is clearly protruding from the victim's back.
Looks like it might go right into the lung, actually.
And you say this poor woman, Miss Green, remains in critical condition? Comatose, no less. How inconvenient.
I'm afraid so, my lord. Yes. She's been treated at Bart's. I was hopeful she'd come round before the trial. Started so I could take a statement. But it wasn't to be.
How inconvenient. That is indeed a pity. It would have been most illuminating to hear the victim's own account of events. I'm still on light jokes.
Luck is on your client's side, it seems. Fuck. On the contrary, my client has been exceedingly unlucky. Yeah,
That
get
is
him.
hilarious.
Your force of tone is seriously undermined by those disturbingly wide eyes, I'm afraid.
You don't gotta just say that out loud like that.
Sure he does. He's
Yeah, because he's
Come on, man.
he's
vampire.
The accused ran off, scattering his belongings all over the floor.
Mr. Natsume's belongings?
I think you'll find that... Wait, hold on. I think you'll find it's all there in the photographic print of the crime scene.
Oh, yes, the 3 books on the floor.
Wait, is Gregson me?
Gregson's you.
Yee.
That's right, my lord. Second-hand books. Second-hand books they were. Irreparably damaged by the fallen in the snow, of course.
Irreparably? No, they're not open.
Bro, they're not irreparably damaged.
Yeah, like, the books aren't open on the pavement.
Yeah, they just kind of fell on the
They just got
ground.
kind of dirty, I
Yeah.
guess. And the cover might be a bit water damaged, I guess.
The accused could easily have carried all 3 books in one hand, which means his other hand would have been free to wield a knife, for example.
Kind of awkwardly.
Yeah.
I'm trying to
but he
imagine
still
holding
could.
a knife with
Yeah,
3
but-
books in one hand.
Yeah, but he still could.
He could.
He still could. It's just
Yeah, I know.
It's just facts, B.
But I'm like, beyond reasonable doubt, though, hello? But that's not how this works.
That's not how this works.
He's very clever, isn't he?
What do you mean?
He's made it extremely hard for you to assert that Mr. Natsume had his hands full with his books, which is what I was thinking the whole time. He's managed to close the one avenue of escape we might have had before we even knew it was there.
You mean to say that the defendant was holding his belongings as he thrust the knife into the woman's back?
I highly doubt this.
That must be what happened, my lord, yes.
We'll get through this first, but I'm like, I kind of wanted to see, I think we got some evidence as to the secondhand bookstore and stuff, but I don't remember.
Those being a number of old books he'd just bought. He was on his way home from a bookshop, it seems.
Hold it!
The defendant apparently visits a second-hand bookshop on a daily basis.
Yes, so I understand. A shop full of old English literature.
I commend the accused on the lofty subject matter of his scholarly attention.
Okay.
The bloke's room was... Blah, 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 blah. The bloke's room was stacked full... The bloke's room was stacked floor to ceiling with those musty old books.
Really was insane, his room.
You know, his room was crazy.
Can you hit the fan, actually?
Oh yeah,
Yes,
please
okay.
hook us up with
I'm
it.
sure that if I'm, like, a little bit warm,
No,
that y'all
I'm
are
dying.
really hot.
I'm dying.
Hey, it's nobody!
Hey,
Sid
nobody.
is here!
Sid is here.
Hi!
Can you tell us more about the bookshop in question, please, Inspector?
Well, if I must, I'll have to ask you to look at these street maps again, I'm afraid.
Wait, I bet this is important.
The closest second-hand bookshop to the accused's lodgings is the place here, Bourbon Books. A little place on the corner of Briar Road and,
Good luck.
Mearsham Street.
You know what?
I think it's Mearsham.
Who knows?
As it happens, the accused is currently living in lodgings on the other side of Briar Road at the opposite end.
Short walk.
Which means it doesn't take a genius to work out the route he would have taken home.
I think British people would say route.
They would, but it doesn't, it's still, they're
Route,
both,
route.
they're both correct.
I know, but British.
But British
British
people would have said route.
Yeah.
I said I was doing a mid-ochre British accent.
Vaguely
Just
British.
Constructive criticism.
Yeah.
It's just constructive criticism. You're doing great.
Nobody, and like, this is my moment because everybody shits on me for incorporating British words into my very much American accent.
I'm also very drunk. Hello.
Oh, I'm so fucking drunk.
Something like this.
Hey, that shit got updated!
Oh, yeah.
Oh shit, it's the judge.
Yes, I concur with your conclusion, Inspector. The defendant would certainly have passed the scene of the crime on his way home from that particular shop.
Well, we know that he saw the person who stabbed the victim, right? Isn't that what he told us?
No, he didn't see anybody.
Oh.
I thought he did.
Nope.
Or maybe he saw her fall over?
He saw her and then saw her fall over.
But he didn't
But
see...
he did not see anybody.
So my mind is like, somebody fucking, like, threw the knife and it lodged in her back, like...
Maybe.
Which, you know, that takes some skill for it to not... Because the handle's always more weighted, you know? So, like, you gotta flick it just right.
The knife is a fucking red herring. That's what I say.
Oh, shit.
I mean...
I don't know anything about this case.
We don't either. We're not... we're not given a lot...
I do. But...
Okay, well, I was not given a lot of information.
I know jack shit about this case. I say the knife is a red herring. That's not how she died.
Most of the investigation phase sussing out that this guy did not, in fact, cheat on his wife.
Yeah, that
which I'm sure will come in handy, but has nothing to do with the victim.
That was a lot of the investigation. Like, after...
Oh, thanks for the big drink.
Right before trial began, it's like you had 3 pieces of evidence, and one of them was your attorney's badge.
Yeah, it's insane how little we are prepared for this case.
Wait, can I just ask real fast?
Yeah,
can
sure.
you guys hear me when I speak at this level?
If you're this close, yes.
Yeah, I can. I know that you're asking like nobody whether or not she can hear you.
I'm just asking chat as long as I'm audible.
Clearly, awesome.
Yeah.
I'm sure if anything, you're just slightly lower in volume than we are because we're right in front of the mic.
Which is fine because I'm
But we
loud
have
as fuck.
ducking. Yeah, that too. But also we have ducking, so the game audio goes down when you speak.
When you're this close, you are...
I can also
we can hear it on our headphones.
Yes.
So.
read better from standing up because my vision is less blurry.
Yeah. Fair enough, fair enough.
You never read this fucking...
Oh, fuck. Mr. Naruhodo, my bad. I spaced out for a sec, sorry. I think what the inspector just told us could turn out to be of vital importance. Yeah, I could have told you that.
Yes,
And I
agree.
did, just now.
The most important point that the inspector just made being...
I'm thinking the location.
Let's go with that. The crucial detail in what you just told the court inspector is the location of the bookshop.
I couldn't agree more.
So, where is it exactly?
Huh? Are you winding me up, sunshine? I just explained that. I got the map out and everything. Used red bloomin' ink. And drew the bloke's route home for you.
Yeah.
And I distinctly remember seeing you nod along, Counsel.
Oh, yes, of course.
Damn it.
I must have been so nervous I didn't take it in.
Is it stock? Is it stock
The
then?
blunder of the day goes to you, my learned friend.
Please stop calling us that.
No, not yet. The trial's only just begun after all.
Mr. Naruhodo, what the fuck? Why did you listen to Kemi? Yeah, hang on. Let's look at the court record, please. I want to see. I know we got. Okay, we did actually get. The sum of 2 shillings tendered in receipt of the. Okay, well. The Lecoq.
We did.
I know we are. We totally
we
already laughed at
about
that.
The first book
Monsieur
is
Lecoq.
The picture of Monsieur Lecoq.
Leco.
No, it's Lecoq. I don't care.
That's what I'm saying. Listen, I don't care
French
how
can
right,
suck my dick.
I don't care how right you are, it's Lecoq.
And Canterbury yearnings. What, for Canterbury eggs? Is that what that's about? Because I think Canterbury eggs are gross.
The answer to the question
Canterbury is a place
in
in
this
Britain.
somewhere. So I'm just gonna leave it up until you fucking figure it out.
Okay, well, I just need to see the books again, because I don't know if that's what that... Because there are 3 books here, and there are 3 books there, but I don't know...
What's the name of the bookstore?
Oh,
It's
fuck!
on Briar Road.
Yeah, but this is not Bourbon Books. This is your books.
Got him.
Not my books, your books.
Your books.
I did not realize...
Yes, miss. At once, miss. Sorry, I made a mistake, miss.
You better be. Why didn't you say that shit out loud? Hello?
Inspector, continue with your testimony, please. But
Okay,
also go
no,
back.
but also go back.
Go backwards 1 time and then press again. And then hold B so we don't have to listen to this shit again. And then we will say the right answer.
I do that every time.
And then we'll... It's called Bourbon Books. That's crazy. I have a piece of evidence that says you're
Hold it.
wrong.
Because
I'm the judge, and you know what?
Yeah,
I'm pretty into gooning.
Yes, oh yeah, I very much like to goon on occasion. I have a whole goon cave if you would like to see sometime.
Inspector Gregson, may I ask you a favor?
No.
What?
I was just Sid asking me what you want. Would you kindly add the name of the bookshop to your formal testimony, please? I believe it may be of vital importance.
So the question is, where the hell is your books?
They'll tell you.
Maybe.
Oh, well, yes, it could be a very important clue.
Ryunosuke is so cute.
Very well. Not that I can see it being of any great significance. This is definitely not going to come back to bite me later. Please revise your testimony accordingly, Inspector.
Yes, sir, my lord. Whatever you say.
Could the man be any more sardonic?
I mean, if you ask, sure, probably.
He was on his way home from Bourbon Books, a secondhand bookshop he apparently patronizes.
Oh, that's
Incorrect.
crazy! If I could just stop you there, Inspector Gregson.
So cute.
What is it, Sunshine? I'm a busy man, you know.
This is a receipt that we found in Mr. Natsume's room. It was issued on the day of the incident and details the purchase of 3 secondhand books.
And you found that the accused's room, did you?
Yes, but the point is not where the receipt was found, but the name of the shop printed on it.
Which, admittedly, I was not paying attention to.
Go on. This receipt was issued from a bookshop called Your Books.
My books? Your books? Oh, Y-O-R-E, I presume.
Yes, my lord.
I don't run a bookshop as far as I know.
So Mr. Natsume did indeed purchase a number of books at a secondhand bookshop that day. However, the bookshop in question was not Bourbon Books.
Huh? What? Nani? Nani the fuck?
Inspector, it came back to bite me.
I can't believe
believe-
unprecedented.
Do you know of this other bookshop?
Yes, sir. Your Books is another second-hand bookshop not far from Bourbon Books. It's just that, well, it's such a small place. I didn't think the accused would have known about it.
Why? Because he's a foreigner?
But in fact, that is the bookshop which the defendant visited on the tank. Y'all can't see it, but Sid is just dancing behind us.
You can't even hear the music!
Yeah, I know. Sid,
We're the only ones that can hear the music right now.
Sid is just dancing.
He just knows that it's going off.
He's just like, hell yeah, bro.
Oh shit. Now I get the music.
Now you can dance. I want you to dance with the music.
And this receipt proves it.
Because I already know what it sounds like. Big Sid energy, you're right.
Yes, for what difference it makes. Wherever the man purchased his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis. I disagree. I mean, after all,
We didn't put on the webcam because I'm gross and I'm unwashed. But, I wish we had it on so you could see how Sid is getting it right now.
Yeah,
he's going ham right
Sid
now.
I
I wish you could see him going crazy right now because he's getting it.
Yeah.
I have the street map here, if that might be of help.
Oh, yes, thank you.
I love you.
Have a look at this, please. If the defendant had been returning from Bourbon Books, then yes, he would almost certainly have passed the place where Miss Green was attacked. However, if we take into account the fact that he was actually at another bookshop, Your Books, it may very well turn out that he wouldn't have passed that location at all. Or could that be true?
My, it rather depends on where this other bookshop is, but I do declare it may be a possibility.
Is that right, Mr. Lawyer, sir, what you just said? Absolutely. It absolutely could be right.
I forgot we had a jury for a second.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be real. Yo,
They got a jury.
what's up, Sardine?
Sardine!
Sid is just, I'm so hypnotized by, he's schmoovin'.
You know,
Y'all are missing out.
Yeah,
Like, I'm not putting the webcam
I
on.
wish you could see, but
Sid, he's
schmoovin'.
going great. He's
He's
schmoovin'.
schmoovin'.
It's helping me stay sober enough to read.
Hell yeah, brother, get it.
Oh, this is a judge, so you don't.
Inspector Gregson, where is this your books establishment?
Well, obviously we looked into that.
Did you? Because why would you do that?
It turns out that your books
I knew it.
is just here on the next corner of Mersham Street going east.
This got updated! And there you have it. As you can clearly see now. Oh.
No, there. You could go either way. You could go either route.
Me too, bro.
My learned Nipponese friend is obviously in training to be a clown, the way he regales us with such witticisms. To your future career in the circus.
That's where the fucking reaction picture comes from. I've had that picture in my phone for ages.
Yeah.
He said the thing.
He said the thing.
You put that glass down now, or I'll put it down for you. Susato takedown time? God, I wish.
Didn't think I needed to spell it out, but here we go. If the accused was coming from the your books instead of bourbon books,
I mean, you could go either way.
there's no doubt he would have passed the place where the victim was stabbed.
You could go either way. Hello? We're gonna ignore the other route? Okay. Yeah, see, that's the thing, is I wasn't even 100% sure until just now that reaction picture was genuine because of the you're the entire circus, which is not, like, I've had that picture forever, and that's like a meme within the community that's been around forever, and I was like, maybe this is like,
Yeah, but that's a real line too.
I don't remember it, but
100%.
either way, I was like, they just
the
saw
Edgeworth, you're the entire circus? I
Yeah,
have
because
that
nobody
picture
cares
too.
about that case. Shut up. Like,
No, Edgeworth's not in that case, so it's a different case.
which case is that one from?
It's from, I think it's from 1-3.
No, it couldn't be. I'll be so surprised, because, like, Global Studios is a case that I know too well, like, way too well. I was embarrassed at how well I knew the cases from Game 1 because of the musical. So, like, we had to make an entire script for a stage play based off of the game script. So, like, for a while, that was my life. And it could be, but I really don't remember it. I thought it was actually not a real line, but it was such an iconic meme. I mean, I could be wrong, but it was such an iconic meme that it didn't matter. But I looked at the fucking future career in the circus bit, and I was like, that's another one of those meme things. And I wasn't sure if it was real or not. Now I'm wondering if, regardless of if the original is real or not, if the localization team for this game was so aware of the meme that they were like, let's do the thing and reference the old meme. You guys remember this meme? I have to, because the localization team is so self-aware that they do shit like this sometimes. Which is really funny. And also, like, I'm so convinced that they know. Genuinely, I'll admit the wrong, and I'll be so surprised. But if it's from the Global Studios case.
I don't know. The Edgeworth one is just a meme.
Okay. Oh, fuck. I was about to be like, questioning shit, because I was like, I don't remember that. I feel like I would have remembered that from that case.
He says something vaguely close. Like, he says some pretty...
I mean, it's not something that Edgeworth wouldn't say.
He would
say it. That's why it's so great.
Yes, thank you, Inspector, for that history lesson on Ace Attorney memes.
Yeah. Allow me to reiterate for my learned, if somewhat slow Nipponese friend.
I hated everything about that
fucking
sentence.
Racist. What?
Yeah,
Racist and ableist.
Wherever the man purchases his musty tomes, it makes no difference in the final analysis.
It bothers me that he never takes a sip of that wine.
No, he
literally never fucking takes a sip of that wine.
He breaks it or chucks it at the fucking torch.
Like, what a waste
Really?
of wine.
Waste of wine.
You can.
Oh yeah, fuck, I don't remember this,
how's that supposed to-
as I suspected, you can't fool me, and I don't suggest you try! I forgot about this guy. What a bear, I love him.
You want to try and take this bear guy?
Wait, didn't you guys say that he wasn't a bear? I don't remember. He gives bear energy to me, because he's like super hairy.
He's kind of bear, yeah.
He's got a little bit of bear.
He's either a bear or an otter. Or an otter.
Do you want,
okay.
You want to take this guy?
What did I say, eh? I've had enough of this now.
Beg your pardon, terribly sorry, but would you mind repeating that?
I love that guy.
Mr. Naruhodo, we mustn't give up.
What do you mean?
I mean, we mustn't give up, dumbass. What do you...
I guess I'll go fuck myself.
Hello?
We know he didn't do it.
If the prosecution's assertion is correct, the members of the jury may well decide that Mr. Natsume is guilty.
She's absolutely right.
We must think. We must consider the assertion just put forward by the prosecution very, very carefully.
Why would he not go the other way?
They claim Soseki-san must have passed the location of the incident on his way home from your books, but...
Raise an objection.
Maybe we look at the court record.
I guess so. But in my mind, I'm like, the map, it's the same distance no matter which route you take, so it's a 50-50 chance. In any case, hang on. The victim remains unconscious. Her name was gleaned from her personal effects. Other details are unknown. Apart from the single stab wound from the large knife, no other signs of injury were observed. The assailant was seen running away by the reporting officer and was successfully arrested the following day.
Pavement of Briar Road, east side.
Yeah, look at the map again for a second.
Look at the
Briar Road on the east side, so right there.
Going from your books back home, even if you were going up or below, the east side is accessible.
It matters what direction she's facing. Like,
true.
Because I'm like, where was she going? Was she walking north or south? And this tells us nothing about that.
Photograph is seen taken by police and just after the incident. A large knife can be seen. I mean, we're probably gonna raise an objection, right?
Well, yeah, because they're asserting that this is the only route he could have taken as fact, which to me, you know, well, I know, overthinking his attorney cases, but I'm like, if they assert this as fact, it means that she must have been moving south.
Usually raising an objection is the right answer.
Yeah, that too. Oh, wait, hang on a second. Well, first of all...
I'm gonna raise an objection, but
That's
go
okay.
ahead and
Ask the question, and then also Sardine wants to know the difference between a bear and an otter after you ask your question first.
Well, my question was to look at the knife.
Oh, well, you still can. We can still look at the knife.
Okay. Well, no, I wanted to just read the description.
Oh.
So, a large but commonplace folding knife. It was found lodged in the victim's back.
Have we actually opened it and looked at it? I don't remember.
There's no tip on the knife.
Oh, the tip is missing. That is important.
Why would you let me do that?
My
Can you switch it or flip it?
I can rotate it. Yeah. But
Go rotate it to where you can see just the tip, and then, like, there we go.
Oh, look here, Mr. Naruhodo. Just at the tip. Just the tip. Small piece of the blade appears to be missing.
you're right. Well spotted, Mr. Zato.
I wonder what could have happened to it.
Well, it's probably in the victim.
Yes. You don't think it could still be lodged in the victim, do you?
I mean, statistically, logically speaking, probably. But I hope not. That sounds terribly painful. I mean, getting stabbed is generally pretty painful, yes.
Okay.
Okay.
What's the difference between a bear and an otter, Sid?
So
You're the
a
expert.
bear is okay.
My personal interpretation of a bear and an otter is bear is a big, hairy man, and an otter is more of a swimmer's body because of the swimming thing.
So, yes,
don't know.
sort of. So,
That's all I know.
so you have a it's sort of like a twinkish body with a little more muscle that is hairy. And then a bear is a burly, like, thick man.
It's a thick man.
I didn't know otters
With
also
hair.
needed to be hairy to be otters.
Yes. They need a little bit of hair.
I didn't know that. I figured that it didn't matter as long as they had like a swimmer's body, which is where the term otter comes from.
Usually it's a little bit more hair, but it doesn't have to be as hairy as a bear.
Bears are thick.
Yeah, initially my
Bears are
interpretation of a
thick
bear was
and-
just thick. I didn't know that they also
Bears- no,
needed
no,
to
no.
be hairy.
Bears are thick and hairy.
Yeah, now I know that. but-
Bears are thick and hairy. Otters are
Probably hairier than an otter, to be honest.
Yeah.
Yeah, no,
That's what
definitely
I would
hairier
think.
than an otter. An otter is like hair on the forearms, hair on the face, not necessarily hair on the body.
I didn't know that. Because I thought the only difference between an otter and a twink was that, like, otters
Bear-
were more muscular because they...
Bear is big on chest hair.
Yeah, for
an
sure.
otter doesn't
And
necessarily.
also a very thick body. Whether
Yeah.
that means thick in tone or thick in real.
Yeah.
An otter doesn't necessarily
long as
need
they're
chest
hairy.
hair, but they can have chest hair. If that makes sense.
No, that makes total sense.
So an otter can be a little less hairy and definitely not as big. They're more like lean toned.
Lean, yeah, that's the word. I was looking for a word and I kept saying swimmer's body because that's where it
Well,
comes
Swimmer's
from.
body is-
But
swimmer's
lean is
body
what I mean.
Swimmer's body is a smooth thing.
That's why I was confused about the hair thing.
Well, I understand also what she means by swimmer's
'Cause
body
swimmers are
because
pretty lean.
swimmers are very lean.
yeah.
They are very lean.
They are very lean. So you're
But
right.
they
with
also fucking are smooth as shit.
they're very smooth as shit, but I understand where you're talking about with the body type because the body type is accurate, just the hair ratio.
Yeah, which is why, like, in my mind, I guess I didn't even consider the hair to be a component, which is the same thing that happened with bears. I didn't understand the hair component.
The hair component.
Yes,
for
the hair
bears
component is essential.
really important.
yeah.
It's essential.
Now
you
I understand
cannot be
it.
a bear
Without
without
the
hair.
hair.
But
component.
initially, I was like, they're just describing
You
specific
can,
body
you can
types.
Be borderline
but
bear, like your thickness can be like questionably like in the zone or
In
out
the
of
bear
zone.
territory, but if you
But
don't have hair,
if you don't have hair,
you're not a
then
bear.
You're not a bear. You
is there a
fuck-
term for that then, though? What if you're like, if you have the like build
I'm sure
of a bear,
there
but you're
is,
not
but
hairy?
I don't know it.
Huh? Gays, speak up.
Yeah,
But
we're-
I'm sure that there is because
There's
the
probably-
fact that
there's probably-
otter exists.
yeah.
All
Because
right.
there's twink and twonk.
What's a
Hey,
twonk?
What the fuck is a twonk?
I've never heard that term.
What the fuck is a twonk?
What is a twonk?
What's a twonk?
So a twink is like.
No, I know what a twink is.
well,
Well,
I need to describe a twink to
yeah.
Okay, you know what?
describe
That's
a
a
twonk.
good
Plus,
point.
I could also be
Let's
wrong
hear-
about
let's
what a
hear it,
twink
bro.
is. I think I know what a twink is, but I could be wrong because
So
I am not a gay
twink
man.
Is
I don't know.
a very like hairless, skinny, like.
Yeah, very slim.
feminine, more leaning, slender.
It's not
Narrow.
femboy, but
But
it's
like more
close.
androgynous.
they're like 1 to 2 steps away
from
femboy.
Right.
Yes.
They're very close to
so
being
a
femboys.
twonk would be.
It's such a stupid word.
I love it.
It's so fucking
I love how
dumb.
stupid that sounds.
So a twonk is a hairless, slightly more fit, but not as fit as an otter.
That's
So
a
that would
very,
be-
very subtle distinction.
That would be more like straight up the swimmer's body. Where
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yes.
twonk is kind of what I thought an otter
Yeah.
was.
Yes. So twink, twonk, otter, bear.
That is so funny.
twonk is the dumbest.
I love it though.
The
I
dumb-
kind of love
no,
it. In my
it's-
mind, I'm like, I feel like they should just both be considered otters.
If I got,
but I'm not
if
gay, so I don't know.
If someone
I mean, I'm
called-
gay, but I'm not a gay man.
Twonk is such a it can't feel good.
Yeah, like
Can't feel good to be
fellow
called a twonk.
twonks. How do you feel about being called a
Hey,
twonk?
I'm a twonk, which is just a fucked
No.
up twink.
Well, now hold up, because that's just the that's just the verbiage that I've been aware of. There might be other words.
There might be other words that aren't as dumb as twonk.
Yes, there might be other words
I
that
love
aren't
the-
twonk.
I love the idea of like that's a twink, and then like this person is close to twink but doesn't, and like I don't know, twonk.
I feel like I would not like being called a twonk.
I don't know. I
but
guess
I don't know. Maybe some people are into that. I don't know.
I guess twonk. It's
Like,
like
not
it's
the
like
idea,
twink,
just the word.
It's like twink, but dumb as shit.
Yeah. I feel like I would come up with different terminology. Be like, all right, listen, I understand I'm not a twink and I'm not an otter, but can we please stop calling me a twonk?
twonk.
But I could be wrong. Twonks sound off. And
Yeah, and maybe there's a lot of pride being called a twonk.
yeah. I don't mean to, if
But-
you're proud of being a twonk,
Again,
go off.
twonk is just the term that
If
I
you-
know.
If you're proud of being a twonk and you're proud of being called a twonk, listen, that's your right, and more power to you. And hell yeah,
Hell yeah, brother.
I'm with you. But also that name
But
is
is that-
stupid
do
as
you like
shit.
that name, though?
That
I
name
wanna
is
know. I'm so
stupid as
curious.
shit. Go fuck yourself if you disagree with
But
me.
also let me know if there's another word besides twonk.
Yeah, no, I'm
Yeah,
super curious.
If there's a better word than twonk, please let us know. If you're like, no, twonk all the way, twonk till the day I die, listen.
That's fine.
That name is fucking stupid, and you can hold that. But
Yeah,
good-
you can
good-
hold. It's okay to
But
like
good
a
on you,
stupid
brother.
name. No, it's fine. It's fine. But genuinely, I am just curious because I
But
like
that's what
learning
I've
about
heard
that
of it
shit
as.
all the time.
That's the word I've heard is twink, twonk, otter, bear.
I feel like
Every time I
I
hear
am
it.
so alienated from the LGBTQ plus community, and
Listen,
I don't
took
know so much
I
stuff.
took a BDSM quiz today. Just
he
just
showed
for-
me.
Hell yeah, bro.
He
just
showed me what it
fucking
was.
fun. I took a BDSM
He
quiz
showed
today.
me his vanilla was like really low percent. I'm like, what's wrong with vanilla? Fuck you, Sid.
And I said that I didn't know which questions were supposed to be
for
vanilla
yeah.
because vanilla sex is good. It's great.
Yeah, but
I don't understand
But the
it
rest
either.
of the BDSM test was like
Most of it was at 100%.
Sid was like, I'm a degenerate, and I'm like, I'll be the judge of that. And
Yeah.
then Sid showed me the image, and I'm like, Sid's a degenerate.
Yeah, I don't even need to know anything about the quiz. We've just had talks about it
no,
before, and
you
I was
know-
like, I know
you-
all the shit you're
you know
into.
the degeneracy of Sid.
Yeah.
And there's no judgment of the degeneracy, but Sid.
I love it.
Sid's a degenerate.
Yeah. Sid is a
Degen, baby.
yeah. Sid is a
Yeah.
degenerate, and I love it.
All right, I'm gonna read this line. The assertion just made by the prosecution is fundamentally flawed.
I like the idea of Van Zeeks being like, the thing about the otters or the twonks or which
What?
part?
I
got off track.
actually like the word twonk.
Is Van Zeeks a twonk?
I actually
Sound
like
off.
the word twonk too. It's kind of fun to say.
I don't like
fun,
it because
it's
it makes me think of
fun.
honky tonk for some reason.
Oh my god, fuck you.
I hate that
Oh
terminology.
my god, honky tonk is one of my.
it's-
What about honky tonk badonkadonk?
No, but what is a honky
I
tonk?
hate that. I do hate that
What is
song.
a honky tonk?
Yes.
A honky tonk is like a honky tonk is a party for like a southern small town.
I did not know this. I thought it was specifically a term in regards to styles of music because honky tonk is a genre of music.
I thought it was a truck.
I've always heard the term honky tonk referred to as like a get down.
I thought it was a truck.
It's a get down.
Every
Marketing wise, it would be a good name for a
party.
truck.
Every country song,
Tailgating and all
every
that.
country song, blue jeans, honky tonk, cute girl.
Sid brought up honky tonk badonkadonk, by the way, because
Cute.
I almost got kicked out of a Waffle House for hitting up the jukebox and making it play honky tonk badonkadonk like
yeah.
50 times back to back.
I did not remember that. I just brought up honky tonk badonkadonk because I know it's a song.
Yeah, no, but I actually do hate that song.
She got that honky tonk
Badonkadonk. You know, I remember it.
a lot of country song, blue jeans, honky tonk, hot girl, sexual assault. That's basically.
Oh god.
Holy shit.
That's
You're
basic-
not wrong,
It's
but
like the
also
4 pillars of country songs.
I mean, you're
But,
right,
I mean,
but also holy
I
shit.
I could be wrong because, Southerners
I mean, you're-
different degrees of like I'm a North Carolinian, right?
I'm a Yankee, so I don't have any say
North
in this.
Carolinians, there's Floridians, there's fucking, well, I'm not even talking about Yankees. I'm talking about the different just disassociations of fucking Southerners. So you've got the Cajuns, your fucking Texans.
Yeah, there's so
You've
many
got-
flavors of Southern.
There's so many
Arkansans.
Arkansans. There's
Which
so
it drives me nuts when at casting calls ask for Southern accents because I'm like, bitch, which one?
Dude, there's a lot.
There's a lot
They
of
mean
different
Texan.
flavors.
They don't know it, but they
Yeah,
mean Texan.
They mean Texan. pretty
There's a
much.
lot of different flavors of Southern. So, from my North Carolinian, born and raised, redneck fucking understanding, a honky tonk is like a get down or a party or your local town is throwing a
Doing a
hoot
tailgating
down
thing or whatever.
Yeah.
Are you inspired by the
Throwing
Tom
a-
Jones King? I don't
It's
know what that
throw-
is, so
it's
no. But
throwing
what is that?
It's throwing a party so you can go there wearing blue jeans, find a hot girl, and
While drinking moonshine or something.
yeah,
You got it. That's important.
what the country songs are
Or
about.
Everclear.
The
Oh, yeah,
country-
that too.
Country song. Listen, Bo Burnham already did it best.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's true.
He did. He did.
He did. His
He did.
country song is really accurate.
Perfect. Yeah. No. Perfection. Absolutely. I can say that as somebody who has been born and raised by the redneck generation.
Yeah.
And my dad listened to a lot of country, and I'm like, why are you doing this to me? Because he also like
My dad only listened to country and AC/DC, so
yeah, it's because my dad also likes classic rock. I don't think he actually really likes AC/DC, but he likes some of the stuff I like. I mean, his favorite band is like Earth, Wind, and Fire, which is not.
That's not bad.
That's not a bad band.
No, that's all right.
Actually, his favorite band might be Steely Dan, but that's
Alright.
still fine. But like Earth, Wind, and Fire is really up there for him, and he also likes Led Zeppelin. I like Led Zeppelin.
Led Zeppelin's good.
Led Zeppelin's good.
I like Led Zeppelin a lot.
I love Pink Floyd.
Y'all
but
know
my
me. I'm
parents
a
love
prog rock kind of
Kinda
person.
whatever.
I do like
I'm
Floyd.
okay with Pink Floyd. I don't love Pink Floyd.
I actually, well, and this sounds hipster as fuck, but I mean it. Like I'm into a lot more of the I guess
Prog rock.
B sides of Floyd. I don't care much for I don't really care much for The Wall or anything like
You don't want
that.
to be like, hey, teacher, leave us kids alone.
No, but like I do like a lot of Pink Floyd. Just
I love The Wall, but my favorite song by
I mean,
Pink
that song is fine. That's a good song.
I love The Wall, but my favorite song by Pink Floyd is Brain Damage.
Brain Damage is good. I do like Shine On You Crazy Diamond or whatever. Like that's good.
I like Led Zeppelin a lot.
I love Pink Floyd a
of
lot
Led Zeppelin
because I
songs
feel like
I
they're more prog rock, and prog rock was more my jam.
That's why I like them because I am a prog rock fan.
Yeah.
I'm the biggest Rush
I
fan
like
you'll ever meet.
Led Zeppelin a
Well,
lot.
maybe.
ELO is really good.
I love ELO. Oh, I haven't thought about ELO in a minute. Damn, I
I
haven't listened to ELO in a minute.
Yes is really good.
I love Yes.
Yes is really good.
Boston Journey.
I love Boston and Journey. Like
Blue Oyster Cult?
I also like
I like Blue Oyster Cult.
I like the Cars.
Cars.
I like the Cars. I'm not as familiar with their discography, but I do like them.
The Cars are like they're like a certain mood you're in for the Cars.
Any
but they're
Canadians
fun.
in the chat like Triumph?
I don't know what the fuck
Aha.
you're talking about. Aha is great.
Aha's good.
Aha's great.
Triumph is like very Rush inspired. Like if you like Rush and you listen to Triumph, you're like, yes, this is familiar to me. But they're very Canadian centered.
Trying to think, but like I like a lot of classic rock,
Fleetwood Mac.
but not Fleetwood Mac.
Yeah.
Heart.
I love Heart.
Oh.
Dude, actually, shout outs to my mom for getting me into Heart because
No,
I didn't
Heart-
know about Heart until my mom had a cassette of Heart, and
got you, man.
I got so into that.
Dude,
So
Heart.
my mom kind of rules sometimes.
There's
Yo, gotcha, man.
There is a.
I just read Sotenbodies about the What's New Pussycat. I was not aware of that, but that's hilarious, and that is exactly what I did.
That's a John Mulaney bit. That's a John Mulaney bit.
Yeah, but the thing I did with Honky Tonk Badonky Donk was years ago. I
Yeah,
was not
so
aware of that.
what Southern
But
Boys
that's so funny.
What Southern Boy is talking about is an old John Mulaney bit called the Salt and Pepper Diner, where John Mulaney and his friend went to a place called the Salt and Pepper Diner, and they put in a bunch of credits into the jukebox and put on like 22 times in a row what's No, they put like 21 times in a row, What's New Pussycat?
Which is basically what I did.
And then the 22nd time they put It's Not Unusual. And then
they went back.
immediately followed back up with What's New Pussycat.
Oh, that's even funnier. I wish I did that.
It's a great bit.
That's brilliant.
I
was cut off before it got past play number 3.
I will make you listen to the bit because it's very funny.
What's New Pussycat is equally an agonizing song to play on repeat.
No, because the start is blah, blah, blah.
But like, if you've ever heard Honky Tonk Badonka Dog, I think you'll agree that I also made a choice.
You did make a choice.
Like on playthrough number 3, I got cut off.
I need to get more alcohol, so I'm gonna be right back.
I feel like we cut you off in the middle of a thing. Said, please continue.
I'm gonna go
Did
get
you?
more-
I
I'm
think
gonna
I
go
did.
more alcohol.
We were
You
talking
can
about
listen to
bands. We were
the-
talking about
that. I'll be right back.
I was giving a sick shout out to Triumph because they're much lesser known than other bands, but they're very Rush inspired. So I was like, hell yeah, Canadians! Can we talk about Triumph for a second? But then we were talking about other like really popular good bands. You mentioned Fleetwood Mac. Love Fleetwood Mac.
I do love Fleetwood Mac. Also, hi, gotcha. I was just trying to name prog rock bands and then bands from the 70s and 80s that like commonly get overlooked because everybody's like AC/DC, Led Zeppelin, Metallica.
And we were talking about Heart because Heart is so good.
Heart is so good.
Yeah, I love prog rock. Like I'm a huge prog rock fan.
Same here. I love me some prog rock. And I didn't even realize, like, Kemi introduced me to Rush, which is surprising.
My crowning glory. Like I'm so proud of myself for doing that.
No, you should be, because I fucking love Rush.
Most people only know their radio hits, which are very few and far between.
I know more than their radio hits.
Because if you know prog rock, you know that a lot of times their songs are either too long or too unconventional to be on the radio.
Which is why I consider, and some people might disagree with me, but I don't think Coheed and Cambria disagrees with me.
Coheed is very prog, if that's what you're getting at.
Yeah, Coheed and Cambria is very prog rock.
I love Coheed and Cambria.
It's modern prog rock.
Yeah, it's great.
And it's so fucking good, and it has the same kind of essence of like...
The Dark Sentencer is like... It might as well be a modern iteration of a Rush ballad. Like,
exactly.
Oh, it's so good.
And they even have like the same way
Somebody link it in chat.
The same way that Rush does. They have the same like
I'll do it actually. I'll do it.
Vocal-less, no vocals. Ballads where it's just acoustic, the same way that Rush does. And it's so fucking incredible. If you guys like classic prog rock, the like 70s, 80s prog rock, Rush, or anything like that, please, dear God, please listen to Coheed and Cambria.
I'm gonna drop my favorite Coheed track in the chat right now, so that if y'all want to, it's like 18 minutes long, but it's very good. So if you
so
on your off
good.
time, if you guys get the chance to go listen to it.
If you have any other want any other recommendations for
Send me all your
Coheed and
favorite
Cambria,
prog rock in chat, guys. I want them.
if you have any other recommendations or want any other recommendations for maybe shorter songs or anything like that from Coheed and Cambria, I know their entire discography. I've seen them live. I am obsessed. Coheed and Cambria, fucking Claudio Sanchez is an incredible artist. He also writes... What's also so incredible and similar to Rush, I think, with one of their albums, is that... sorry, I will give you your seat back in just a second. Most of their albums follow a graphic novel that Claudio Sanchez writes.
That's so sick.
So their albums are sort of a like opera of a story that they're telling about a character that Claudio created.
That's so sick. That's very Zekbach. I'm just putting that out there.
It is very Zekbach.
Like, which is something that, for the life
Or
of me,
Protoman.
I can't get anyone to get into Zekbach. Nobody cares when I gush about Zekbach, which is so unfortunate because I love it.
I care. I love Zekbach.
Yeah, but no one else does.
But yeah, that's what I was about to say, is that it's very Proto-Men in the fact that it has like that sort of...
Proto-Men is great too.
Yeah, it has that sort of rock opera, it tells a story.
Yeah.
Most of... Ooh, that feels good.
Which a lot of prog rock does that. Like,
Yeah.
they are telling stories with their
And so does
albums.
Rush. Rush has a story that they tell with
Farewell
one
to
of their
Kings
albums.
is one of my favorite albums, and
Yeah.
the entire album of Farewell to Kings does loosely follow an overarching story.
And that's what most of Coheed and Cambria's albums
And
do,
Hemispheres.
is that they have a character that Claudio created that they focus on, and it tells a story throughout the albums.
Yeah.
And there is a graphic novel that follows it as well.
Which is so fucking cool. I love that.
Yeah, Claudio Sanchez is incredible. Coheed and Cambria is incredible. You guys should check them out if you haven't.
Yeah. Stick that link into your, like, watch later playlist, because it's good, I promise. Like, it might not be your jam, but it's at least worth experiencing for the sake of experiencing it. I'll say that.
And if longer jams are not your vibe, please feel free to message me on Twitter, because that's the best way to reach me. I might be able to link you to a shorter song that will inspire you to listen.
Nah,
to
don't
the
be a
longer
pussy.
song.
Listen to the long song.
Well, no, I'm trying to say, like...
I know, I understand.
Some people need a shorter song to inspire them to listen to the longer song. You
get
need
it.
to listen to Dark Sentencer.
But also, don't be a pussy.
Because Dark Sentencer is fucking beautiful.
Yeah, it's
And it's one of
my
their
favorite.
newer. It's one of their newer songs too.
Yeah.
I know the guy who does the lighting for all Coheed and Cambria shows.
Really?
I do. That guy sucks though.
Oh, that sucks.
Yeah.
Fuck that guy. But Coheed is a good band.
Yeah.
Coheed is an amazing band.
But I do know him,
I saw.
and he thinks I'm tight with him. I'm not tight
Well,
with
I mean, like, there are bad people involved in good things all the time. The original drummer for the Proto-Men was
he's
sucked.
Piece of shit.
Hated that guy.
He's not like a piece of shit in that he's done anything like horrible.
Oh, okay. That's where the difference is on the Proto-Men thing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna get into it, but the original drummer was terrible.
he's-
Anyways, what's up, original? Sorry, we're talking
Hey,
about
so Tim
prog
Boy.
rock stuff right now.
he
We'll get back
just-
to the game in a
He
minute.
just kind of sucks as
He's just kind of a shitty guy.
yeah, and like doesn't. It's just he's an insufferable human, and
Ooh.
yeah, it's like he
Ooh.
ends up he ended up costing a lot of people a lot of money in terms of
Ugh.
a situation where like he kind of sprung like an invoice on a certain
He just did like a shitty thing that was like,
just
it's not
like-
terrible, but it's like a, come on, man.
but basically because of him everyone else had to get paid less.
That sucks. Yeah, that
right?
is shitty.
It's like
I understand what you mean then. It's not like a thing where he like hurt
no,
somebody
he hasn't hurt-
exactly,
he
but
hasn't
it
hurt somebody.
he just did a shitty
He's
thing.
just kind of like a shit guy.
Yeah, that sucks.
And you know he has his own thing he wants to promote and do, and he will kind of like use people.
Yeah, that sucks. Unfortunately, there are a lot of people like that in the entertainment space.
So Timbori says Coheed, my favorite band all through high school and some years after. Feels okay, man.
Hell yeah.
Coheed is incredible. I saw them live when they played with The Used, and my entire high school heart was made that day because I got to listen to The Used and Coheed in the same day.
I really want
to see
Coheed live.
I also got to see a band called Carol's Daughter. If you guys have never heard of Carol's Daughter and you like The Used, I would compare her more to The Used than I would Coheed.
Oh, and also, I mean, this is a little more. It's still prog, but it's more heavy. It's heavier than most prog rock. But Blind Guardian is really good.
Oh, Blind
I love
Guardian
Blind
is really
Guardian. They tend to focus their shit on like nerdy themes. Like they have so much shit that's based on Lord of the Rings.
Oh, I was talking to.
But I love Blind Guardian. I almost saw them live not that long ago, but I'm broke and poor and can't.
I told Daniel earlier about this isn't nerdy necessarily, and not prog rock, but classic rock inspired. I was telling him about Foxy Shazam.
Yeah, I have seen Foxy Shazam.
I dragged you to a concert.
You did, and I loved it. They were great.
First of all,
I used a country term.
Sid said he drugged her to the
No,
concert.
I said I drug. I said,
no,
okay.
you said drugged.
I said drug.
No, you did not.
I didn't
Because
pick up on
that's-
any of that. I was
okay,
just
hold
too
on,
busy
hold
being
on,
like,
hold
hell
on,
yeah,
hold on.
that concert was great.
You
Hold on,
said,
hold on,
you
hold on,
said,
hold on.
He said he drugged her to the concert.
I drug.
And I was like, hold up.
Because that is a southern terminology,
But
as in dragged.
Yeah, but
I drug.
it still sounds
Not
like
drugged.
it still sounds
I
like
drug.
you drugged her.
I said.
Sounds
Either
like-
way, I had a great time.
Sounds like you chloroformed her and she woke up and was like, oh hell yeah.
Yeah, I woke up
I
and I
said-
was like, yeah, no, this is great.
I said exactly with my slightly southern draw from time to time. I said,
Drugged her.
I said, oh yeah, you should listen to Foxy Shazam. I showed them to Kemi, and one time I drug her to a concert.
Yeah.
I was like,
And I just passed out and woke up, and I was suddenly in a concert hall. And then
Drug,
it was great.
not drugged. Drug.
it doesn't make it better, Sid.
It's a different word.
But it's not it's not a real word, except for
It's-
the one where it is a real word, which is the negative connotation.
No, except for the southernism.
Your southernisms do come out when you're either drunk or around your family, so I'll let it slide, because that does.
Exactly. I've been drunk since 5 o'clock. Fuck y'all.
Any proc tonight?
Yo, RBM,
Oh,
we
I-
did actually. We
like
got
a-
off on
like-
a tangent just
like
now.
a little bit.
No,
I mean,
no, we-
Kemi still has to read this judge line.
We've-
And it wasn't my fault this time.
Yeah,
No, it wasn't.
It's not Sid's fault, really.
I think it's my fault,
Sid's been
actually.
doing a great job.
Yeah. But yeah, I we've been making progress. We just got off on this one. You happened to come in
This
on
is
the
actually
one
like
tangent.
the first tangent of the
Yeah.
night. Which, an hour in, that's pretty good.
Yeah. Oh, we're an hour in? Jesus, time doesn't make sense.
Yeah, no, time's not real.
I'm sweaty.
Explain yourself, Counselor. We're playing a game.
Yes, my lord. You could see what I mean on this map. This is a video game. When returning from your books to his lodgings,
Oh, we got distracted about the bear otter thing.
Yeah,
Yeah.
the bear arter thing. was
Mr.
the
Natsume
start
could
of
have
it.
followed the route suggested by the prosecution. However, that isn't the only conceivable route to take between the two places.
Thank you. I thought it was going insane the way that they were like, yep, that's the only way he could have gone.
No, only one way. If the defendant used these streets, look what happens.
Tell
He
him.
arrives back at his lodgings without passing the location where the victim was attacked. Talking back to a clown is a fool's errand, of course.
Bars.
However, I feel compelled to point out that that route is what is commonly referred to as the long way around.
They look the same distance.
On a cold winter's night, why would any man choose to take a longer route home? Well,
The distance is so inconsequential.
the answer is extremely simple. He wouldn't. In other words,
This is bullshit.
the accused took the obvious route back to his lodgings and is the obvious perpetrator of this crime. But, yes, I've got it. Obviously, we must ask the man himself. Ask Mr. Natsume which route he took home.
Go fuck yourself.
I have already informed the court of the accused's response to such questioning. He claims he has no recollection.
Damn it. Yeah, maybe he just needed to get his steps in. He is a shut-in. He needs exercise.
Maybe the Fitbit exists back then.
Yeah. He had to manually count them.
That's right. As I said, the bloke seemed to spend his time outside wandering aimlessly from A to B. That day was no exception. He says he doesn't remember where he was or which route he took.
Honestly,
Home.
mood. I get it.
I don't believe this.
I don't know how I get anywhere all the time.
I thank you, my learned friend, and suggest that we do not waste any more of the court's time by wandering aimlessly around this subject. Pray, what say you, insightful jurors? But even if that's the case, the defense still...
Huh? Hold it! This fucking guy.
I agree with Lord Van Zeeks, wholeheartedly and in every way. What? I don't believe it. Does this mean... We members of the jury are completely convinced now.
You haven't even heard all the evidence yet. Bruh! I can't with these fucking jurors. It's me when I drive, I blink and I'm suddenly home. This is why I don't drive, because that's dangerous to me. Like, well, my specific case.
That does happen, but it's very rare where you will just zone out super hard and be like, oh.
Rare for you, maybe, but for me? Daniel?
For people who drive
if
regularly.
you drive regularly,
I get sensory overload being in a car as a passenger.
Yeah, but when you're driving it's like there's a hyper alert sense that you have.
I'm always hyper alert,
right.
But it's
So
to a detriment, though.
Right, no, but when you're driving, that's actually not to a detriment.
But I get overwhelmed, and when I get overwhelmed, I dissociate. It's not good to dissociate when you're driving. So,
It's not, but it happens.
Yeah, but you also haven't tried driving.
I have many times.
No, you're a liar.
No, I have.
No,
She's done
you're a liar.
She's done driving training.
I mean, and I've had like
But you
what's it
never
called when it's not
drived
quite
on
a
major
license?
road though.
Permit. I've had permits
A learner's permit.
multiple times in my life. I've had
But
permits.
you've never driven on a major highway.
Nope.
That's
Well-
much scarier.
Yeah.
No.
Driving on a highway is much scarier than driving.
But highways are where I space out the most.
Even just
Yeah.
changing lanes is terrifying to me. I can't do it.
Changing
dude.
lanes is the most dangerous thing to do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It is terrifying.
Yeah, it's
and
terrifying.
rightfully
It's,
so.
In my
it's terrifying
mind,
for all humans.
I
who are
also
doing
get
it.
my
But also, I can understand how it is more terrifying.
and this is an autistic thing, but my motor functions or whatever in my brain, and you know this because of whenever I try to dance, but I get things crossed in my brain, in my brain chemistry, to where like I consciously mean to do something in one direction and I do the other direction.
Yeah.
So I know that if I drive, I will get in an accident and it will be bad. And
Yeah.
I just don't. Also, it's better for the environment or whatever. I just walk.
You know what? That's fair.
But I can.
It'd be better if our town was walkable, which it's not,
It's not.
in any
I
capacity.
understand where Kemi is coming from, but I also understand where other people are coming from, where they're saying like, I'll space out and I'll
No,
be home.
sometimes you zone out
Sometimes,
super
yes.
hard and you're like, bro, I just drove like 2 miles.
Well, you're going on autopilot, is what you're doing.
Yeah,
The problem
and
is that
but
my autopilot
no,
is
it's-
not your
the
autopilot.
autopilot you go on, when you snap back into reality, you're like, actually, that was kind of fucked up, scary.
Yeah, it's terrifying.
It's terrifying because you're like,
You're relying on your subconscious brain to do things.
Like you basically weren't conscious at all.
You're entirely working
and you're
off
just
of
working
subconscious
off
muscle
subconscious like instinct, and you're like, I could have died.
memory. You could have. And in my
but
case,
I didn't.
I would have.
So man, I'm built different, but I don't want to test that.
No. I've never felt I'll be different from you from that. I've never felt after a situation where I've driven home like that. I've never felt the situation that I'm built different. I've only felt the situation of I could have died. I'm terrified. What the fuck?
No, I feel that I'm built different, but it's bad that I did that. I shouldn't do that.
Yeah, I've heard this from many people.
It's like
apparently very common.
There's a very short burst of confidence, like, hey, yo, damn, I'm sick, but it immediately gets squashed by, like, that's not how you drive, that's really scary, and...
I have no confidence.
Well, I have, like, brief moments of confidence with myself.
I think that's the difference between you and me.
They get squashed very quickly.
Yeah.
But I have brief moments of confidence where it's mostly to do with this is like, hey, yo, I'm funny. But
my confidence is me picking a thing that I think that I might be good at, and then being like, hey guys, am I good at this?
Please say yes.
Please say
You
yes.
better say yeah.
That's me. Because I don't actually have any confidence in anything I do.
Hey, me neither.
Very well, in that case, I hereby call on all members of the jury. Present your findings to the court.
Guilty.
Oh shit, I don't even have to voice this.
Yeah, no, they're speaking.
Guilty. Guilty.
What the?
Guilty.
Oh, I'm doing a great job with that guy.
Yeah, I was like, the bear did not sound like how I thought.
Yeah,
Oh no,
but
I
the-
think we die.
But the old guy,
Gun.
The old guy, I
We
was
got
spitting.
fucked.
The old guy, I was fucking spitting.
It's so wild to me
Guys,
that the
we just
jury just
lost
gets
this
to do
case.
this. Yeah.
So, you'll see.
It would appear the jury's leanings is unanimous. We don't need to hear any more testimony or get any more evidence. They said he's guilty, so he's guilty.
To the insightful members of the jury, I applaud your brave resolve. You serve Queen and country admirably.
This is bullshit, Mr. Naruhodo. Like, I don't...
No, not yet. This isn't over yet. I still have one last chance to sway the opinion of the jury. I have to tip the balance of those scales the other way. I have to turn this around. Somehow. Those are the eyes of Query not yet willing to give up and die.
Also, one of the jurors is a huge conflict of interest. I cannot believe that's
Hey,
allowed.
remember that time in a previous stream where you're like, wouldn't it be crazy if a jury member was part of the case in some respect?
Yeah, because that's insane.
Yeah, it's
And
this,
it's literally happening.
it's this case.
She should not be allowed to be on the jury.
She shouldn't be allowed because she's the wife of
She's-
the landlord of the victim. Of the
She's way
defen-
too
of
close
the
to this
Of
case.
the defendant, sorry. She's the wife of the landlord of the defendant. So why is she on the
You
jury?
can't do that.
Yeah, you can't be there, dog. So I presume you intend to wield your rights again in this trial. Rights of the defense written into antiquated British law that should have been buried long ago. Call it antiquated if you will, but it's the defense's prerogative to carry out a summation examination if it so chooses.
Very well, counsel. In accordance with the letter of law, we shall proceed with a summation examination. Are the members of the jury ready?
Of course we're ready. I'm all too familiar with that Nipponese whippersnapper and his uncle's refusal to throw in
so
his alley.
racist.
Yeah,
Listen,
everybody
it's
here
like
hates
18
Japanese
it's like
people.
18 something.
Yeah.
Like the late 1800s, so everyone's really racist.
Early 1900s, but yeah, same
Hey,
thing.
listen, shut the. Yeah, that.
Very well, then. It's true. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, you will explain on which grounds you have determined the defendant to be guilty.
As you should. Like... Also, you should not be a juror, ma'am. Ma'am.
Juror number 4. For pity's sake, that little Nipponese already admitted it himself, didn't he?
If he said that a woman in green collapsed before his eyes, why, it can only have been the victim.
Oh, why do I get this?
Yo,
Because
Weewa! What's
this
up?
music slaps.
Oh yeah, this music does slap.
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop, not in winter.
I shouldn't be a juror. The poor woman was attacked from behind, was she? Oh, how dreadful.
I really don't care. Can't we just wrap this up now? I've got work to be doing.
That's fair.
Your books, yes. No shop that, but bourbon books. That place can suck my dick.
It's like fucking Yelp reviewing on the
First of all, what was the guy's name? Kyle or some shit? First of all, go kill yourself.
Holy fuck. Oh, I forgot all about that thread. It was so sick.
The Yelp review where someone left a review and then the guy who
The
owned
owner of the restaurant was like, "Hey,
just
Kyle,
like,
go kill
"Hey,
yourself."
Hey, dude, go kill yourself.
Which would normally be like, whoa, but like,
But
no, he was right.
That guy was right. That guy
That guy sucked.
That guy was. It was insane.
Kyle could definitely fuck off.
He opened with, "Hey, go kill yourself," and I was like, "Whoa, that's aggressive." And then you find out the context, and you're like,
Yeah,
"Hey, you know what? Actually, that guy should do that."
I'm so sad that place ultimately did close down.
They did.
Because, like, literally everyone else in the reviews after that was like, yeah, I don't know what the fuck Kyle was on about.
Yeah,
That guy sucked.
Everyone should have said he should do that.
Yeah.
It's like the most insane fucking...
Fuck.
It's right out the gate. There's no prep.
It's literally
There's
just,
no lead
hey,
up.
Kyle,
It's literally,
go kill yourself.
Hey, if that guy's name is Kyle, it's, hey, Kyle, go kill yourself. It's so fucking crazy. It's the response from the owner of the restaurant to the Yelp reviewer.
If you guys think he's
He
being
just-
way too harsh, Kyle definitely was a piece
Kyle
of shit.
sucks.
Kyle sucked big time.
Because Kyle was like, this service sucked, and
He was
all
like
these
a big old
problems-
fucking right-winger bullshit.
He was a big old
stick.
right-winger bullshit who sucked ass, and, like, it was in the middle of COVID, and they were like, COVID's not real, so I'm going to complain about the service, and then fuck that guy. But the fucking...
He was like a dick to
the
all
owner
the staff. And the
"You
owner
should
was
kill,
just like...
you should kill yourself
Yeah.
now.
And literally everyone afterwards in the reviews was like, yeah, you know what? He's spitting. Like,
Yeah.
Kyle definitely
He kind of
sucks.
was. He kind
I
of was.
came here just to spite Kyle, and it was awesome.
The owner kind of was low tier god. You're right. Am I the asshole? Am I the
Yeah.
asshole for telling this guy to go kill himself? No. The answer was no, because we found out the context, and that guy deserved that.
He deserved all the dunking, 110%. It sucks that place got closed down eventually because of, I think it was just because of all the COVID shutdowns or whatever, that it just didn't thrive.
It just couldn't stay in business.
There's so many businesses that did close during that time because all of the government relief went to the businesses that did not need it.
Yeah, no, it's like, hey, we need the government relief. We're a company that is
It's super
struggling.
massive.
And then they got the company relief, and they're like, we had record profits this year. And you're like,
Crazy.
what do you mean?
And all the small mom and pop places were like, we didn't get what we needed and we closed.
Yeah,
Happened.
but the big corporations got it.
You sure did.
I'm glad our government works properly.
And they're still profiting, and they're still profiting off of price
they
hikes that they artificially
they
imposed based
still
off of
are
the
having
lockdowns.
record profits.
Very cool, very cool.
Yeah, it's awesome
living
that they're
here.
making record profits, and then we're not getting paid more.
We
love
live
that.
in a capitalist hellscape.
Yeah,
Mm.
I love that. Maybe the judge should say this line.
We are. Crazy. With only minor exceptions, the reason for finding the defendant guilty are all too clear.
When the stabbing occurred, the only two people at the scene were the victim and the accused. And the accused himself has admitted to seeing the victim in a green overcoat sink to the ground before his eyes.
That definitely means he stabbed him, and he would admit to that. We've heard from the inspector the defendant did flee the scene. I must say, I would have ample grounds to convict this man already.
Oh dear. Even the judge appears convinced of Mr. Natsume's guilt now.
Why did he have to run away like that? And how are we supposed to believe in some phantom attacker that nobody could see? This is impossible! How can I possibly make a case for the defense?
It's totally normal to run away from somebody, like, getting attacked, by the way. I'm not saying that that is the appropriate response, but it is a natural human response to flee.
What, fight or flight? No way.
No way. You should, fight, flight, freeze, fawn, go right up to the victim and be like, oh no. Like, no, people just fucking get afraid for their own lives. Of course they would flee. Hello? Especially if you can't see the attacker. What the fuck? Mr. Naruto, don't be a pussy. This is no time for grumbling. If we want to force the trial to continue...
Yes, I know. I have to turn the tide. I must make the jurors change their minds. Well, 4 of them at least.
Exactly. We have no choice but to forge forward.
Go fuck yourself.
Get fucked, idiot. Guilty. You have the floor, counsel. Begin your summation examination.
Yes, my lord. I love that.
Oh, he's so cute.
I just need to keep this trial going somehow. Whatever it takes. Come on, Ryunosuke. You can do it.
Can I just be like, okay, oh, hello.
He's kind of baby girl coded, I gotta
He
say.
is baby girl coded. Look at him.
He's great. I love him.
What were you gonna say?
Just that I don't know where this. I mean, obviously, I've just come into this case on this episode.
You don't know, like we only
I
know
don't
a little
You
more
know,
than
like
you.
the hyper specific.
You're very
details.
close to
Yeah.
knowing as much as we do. I'll say that.
Yeah, I will say that. Yeah.
But I just feel like the tip of the knife being missing is
significant.
significant.
Yeah, because where is it?
And the fact that they're so focused on that she was stabbed in the back. So if you can prove somehow that when he saw the victim, he was in her front versus her back, that's one thing. Or if you can prove that maybe
Yeah.
He took the other route.
I'm pretty convinced he saw her falling to the ground from the front, but
Yeah.
we don't know yet.
Right now, the things that can help us in this current scenario is
Hey, Priya.
whether or not it was the front him being in front of the victim, or if he took the other route home from your books, where he went the quote unquote longer route. Those are the things that would help probably prove at least some reasonable doubt.
I'm also still wondering, and this is just me, like, thinking about Phoenix Wright and how it goes.
Hey, Priya,
Right,
by the
yeah.
way.
Things like that. I'm
It's me,
wondering
Daniel.
if the stab in the back is what killed her. I know
She's
She's
alive.
not dead.
She's
She's
alive.
not dead.
She's
She's
in a
just
coma.
comatose.
She's in a coma.
Okay.
I have a
I'm
feeling she's
wondering-
gonna die anyway, though, under mysterious circumstances. We don't know
Well,
yet.
maybe. But regardless, she is seriously injured and in critical condition.
Yes, she is in critical condition.
Correct.
I'm wondering if the stab in the back is what put her in critical condition.
I don't know. I'm wondering
We
if they're
don't
gonna
know.
do the Ace
We don't
Attorney
know.
switcheroo where she
Because-
was stabbed with something else, not necessarily a knife or maybe a different
But
knife.
the tip is missing, and
Tip
I don't
is missing.
think that one single stab to the back is going to. Something is. I don't know if it has to do with her or if it has to do with proving whose knife it was. If that makes sense. It either has to do with her being injured in another place besides just her back, or it has to do with the knife being tipless because it belongs to a certain person that used it in another situation that made it tipless.
Exactly. And
You know what I
here's
mean?
yeah, and here's the thing is that like the reports that we have say that she was not injured anywhere else.
They
so what
say
I
that, but we know Ace Attorney reports.
well, yeah,
are-
we could do be hit
Well,
with another
I
updated
mean,
autopsy, but I doubt it.
So we are limited. The report is limited by the time period in some respects.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah, we don't have crazy
and-
advanced DNA shit.
Right, and we can only work with what the report gives us.
Right. So at this point in the
So physical examination says there's only one wound.
There's only one wound.
We don't know
Right,
about
so at
internally.
this point in the trial, it's going to be proving either that he saw her from the front, or like you said, he took the
other
long
route home
route.
where he
Yeah.
wouldn't have crossed her path.
Yeah, that's what we need to prove at this point.
I think at this point to
But-
at least convince the jurors.
Yeah.
Because the whole goal of this summation examination, the way this mechanic works for the jurors, is that so like the 6 of them are saying guilty, right? But it doesn't end there. The defense has a chance to plead their case and listen to their reasoning and maybe point out contradictions.
Right.
And in order to keep the trial going, you need to convince 4 out of the 6 jurors to change
To
their
doubt.
mind.
Minds.
To
Right.
just doubt.
To just at least doubt.
Doubt. Yeah. Okay.
So that's our goal right now.
Here's
So yeah, I think you're right in that we need to focus on either he saw her from the front,
or he took the other route
he took the other route home.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm working with in my mind. I think that the knife tip thing is important is because we're not going to find that knife tip in her at all. And that is going to be the shadow of doubt of being like, well, then where is it? So if it's not in her, then shouldn't it be? Like,
I will say consider that
I think the knife tip thing is going to be significant later.
Yes.
I do also think it'll be later. I don't think it's prevalent
not
now.
prevalent
However,
right now, but it will be.
That's why I brought it up.
I think
the
it will be
knife tip,
crucial later.
The knife tip is relevant, but not
because I don't think it's in her.
Not right now.
I don't think it's in her either, but that's why I brought
think
it
that
up
knife was
because
planted
I think
after.
it will be relevant
Because that's
later,
classic Ace
but I
Attorney.
don't think it's relevant.
I don't think
now
it's relevant
to
right now.
No, not right
continue.
now, but it
Yeah.
will be.
Yeah, no,
I bet it has something to do with justice. Yeah, maybe.
It either, like I said, it either has to do with proving whose knife it is, or it has to do with proving where she was actually fatally injured.
Where she was in comparison to where he was.
I think it. Well, let me
Right now, anyway.
Let me explain my theory a little bit more.
Okay.
Just that, like I said, it either has to do with somebody used that knife previously and it lost its tip, and that will be able to prove and link it to a specific person.
Yeah, that's a classic.
Yeah,
or that she was stabbed in another area that the autopsy report hasn't picked up on yet, and that stab wound will not correlate with the accused.
I feel like another stab wound would have been obvious enough to be in the initial report. I'm wondering about
Maybe.
toxicology, because that isn't something that would have come out right away.
Even in the modern Phoenix Wrights, they're like, yeah, this was the weapon, and you're like, no, it wasn't. You know what I mean?
I just mean, like, if they did a summary, like, physical examination, another big stab wound would be pretty obvious.
But maybe it's not a big
but
stab wound.
if it was another stab wound, sure. But if it was a situation where the knife was inserted after the fact and they were
That's
stabbed
what
with
I think. That's classic Ace Attorney.
Right, but I'm just saying, classic Ace Attorney has that in more modern settings where they're like, yes, this was the murder weapon, and you're like, no, it wasn't the murder weapon, it was just what replaced the murder weapon.
Right.
Yeah.
But this is like older time, so like that could still be a thing, but like the autopsy report isn't going to show that.
Right, exactly. But that's why I think the knife tip will come in handy later. 'Cause
Yeah.
I think it will be later.
It
personally.
definitely will be important later.
I love all of these series. I mean, I know the answer.
Yeah,
but
Daniel knows the answer, but he won't tell us. He's very good at that.
I'm just theorizing with my homies right
He's
now.
very good at entertaining possibilities he knows are not happening.
Yeah, I could tell them the answer, but
Usually you
I'm
can
not
kind
gonna
of
do
tell when
that.
people are bullshitting, but I
But-
actually can't read Daniel at all.
But
I
I
mean,
think-
sometimes if I'm like really fucking just like, yeah, fuck you.
Well, you kind of did feed to me the Your Book thing, but I was not paying attention to the name of the bookstore
Because-
I
at
called
all.
that. You looked at me when I said something.
Like, even when we
I
first
called
got
that.
that piece of
There's-
evidence,
there's
I remember. I
there's
was
certain-
not paying attention to that.
There's certain things I'm like, Kemi did not remember the name of the bookstore.
No, I never noticed it in
Yeah.
the first place.
Yeah. so-
I never knew the name of the bookstore.
I remembered the name of the bookstore.
So when they
and I
said
was like,
Bourbon Books, I
"Wasn't
just
it on
believed
Briar
them."
Road? And then you looked at me.
Yeah, I knew Sid caught it, but
Nah, that's not the shit I pay attention
I was
to.
just like, I'm gonna leave this up, and if Kemi figures it out, Kemi figures it out. But I'm probably gonna have to tell.
Yeah, no, you had to spell that shit out for me.
Yeah, like there's certain things I know. I'm like, Kemi's brain did not.
Yeah,
retain that information.
we're best friends. You know how my brain works.
Yeah, exactly.
You know
Okay.
what I pay attention
we
to.
can we can start pressing these jurors.
Oh yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
yeah,
So
yeah.
we've already read these, so we can just
We can press them now.
Yeah.
Excuse me, but aren't you? Yes, that's right. I was in the witness stand myself just 2 days ago.
Well,
Yeah.
then you shouldn't be here.
Yes.
Unrelated case. I
I
don't
had
know.
a feeling I knew your face, or the sight of it anyway. If I remember correctly, you're a banker, aren't you? Well, that's right. After the gold rush down under, I came back to London to work. And it was all going swimmingly until you started fossicking around. Bruce Fairplay was a man of repute. Sorry?
Yeah, mate. What the fuck?
I don't think I've forgotten how you treated me the other day. You had me and that young hatter pegged as criminals.
Okay, this is a conflict of interest.
Oh, well, you know, water under the bridge.
You're supposed to be impartial, my guy.
Now there's all sorts of rumors buzzing around, and the police have been badgering me non-stop. If I could turn back the clock. Well, anyway, I don't know about the hatter, but at least I'm in the clear now. and free to make up my own mind about who's guilty and who isn't.
I think this guy maybe shouldn't be a juror.
Yeah, maybe.
Thank goodness. Alright, maybe I might struggle to change this man's mind given our awkward history.
He was difficult to deal with in the last case.
He was, yes.
So I don't, you know,
He kept chewing
this
on
tracks.
his fucking cane and it
Oh
was
my god,
really
I
annoying.
hated that so much.
Oh dear. I wonder what's become of Mr. First now.
Making shitty hats still
Yeah,
that
the
don't
worst
fit.
hats. Read this.
Yep.
Boom!
She's so cute.
You're right that at the time of the incident, the defendant admits to having seen someone wearing a green overcoat walking ahead of him.
Well, quite. That's precisely my point. Clearly, that someone wearing green was the victim. Because green, only one person could ever wear green.
Yeah, it's law.
And clearly, that funny little Nipponese man with the disturbing mustache is the culprit.
But let us not forget, madam, the defendant vehemently denies attacking the woman.
Well, why, of course he does. If he admits to stabbing her, his life is over. The man is obviously a liver-faced coward, honestly, claiming the woman simply collapsed before his eyes.
But if that's a lie as you're suggesting, excuse me, do you not think he would have concocted something more credible?
Yeah, like why would he do that with her just standing there like an idiot?
Oh, I really couldn't say. After all, you are foreign.
Racism.
Who's to say what goes through your
stinky.
funny little minds?
I can tell you what's going through my funny little mind right now, but you wouldn't like it.
I do declare the man has already made the admission.
Maybe it was the Riddler.
I mean, maybe.
He himself has stated that there was nobody else around. Surely the conclusion is obvious. No one else could possibly have committed this awful crime. If no one else could have done it, the accused must be the man. Really, it couldn't be more simple.
Your argument is bullshit. I'm just... I must admit. But compelling.
Oh my, you are too kind, my lord.
That went well for her.
It's fucking bullshit.
I have the hiccups. I'm trying to get rid of them right now.
Breathe from your diaphragm, brother. And
You
hold
gotta
it.
Stretch your diaphragm.
Do it. I gotta send you this fucking VOD that I have about 3D breathing or whatever. It's from a vocalist guy that I've, well, I mean, I'll fucking shout him out. Michael Schwabe. They were like a metal vocalist. Super informative, but it helps you
I
to
can
breathe
read
more
if you
from your
want.
diaphragm. Because that's the way you get rid of hiccups, is to like expand your diaphragm, like
you have to
breathe that
stretch it.
deeply, and then you gotta hold it there tightly so that it doesn't contract.
You have to stretch your diaphragm because that's why you have hiccups, because it's
It's your
having-
diaphragm.
well, it's having a what's the word?
There's a spasm.
Spasm.
That's the word.
Your
Not contract.
diaphragm is having a spasm.
Yeah. It's true. It's true. The thing that's difficult about the holding the breath thing is that people breathe differently. Like most people
Yeah.
tend to breathe pretty shallowly. So like you're not really getting at the core of where the problem is happening, which is why holding your breath doesn't work for a lot of people because you're not breathing right. But anyway, yeah.
Would you like me to read for you?
I'll do it.
The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. Not in winter. Oh wait, why didn't I press on that shit?
Yeah.
But you can't deny that there are other routes. Mr. Natsume could have taken back from your books.
It's not that crazy, dude.
Oh yes, like you drew on the map, you mean? What was it? Calabash Road or something? Precisely.
You sure? I'll read it if you want. All right.
But it seems to me that what counts is whether the little Japanese fellow actually went that way or not. Well, yeah, yes, that's true. I guess I'll go fucking die. And at the moment, there's no proof that shows he did, is there?
There's no proof he went the other way. I'm gonna lose my mind.
Well, yes, that's true as well. And as I understand it, the accused himself doesn't remember which way he went, does he?
Making it equally probable that he went either route. You're gonna need something more concrete than that, dude. You're just assuming he went one way.
Well, yes, that's annoyingly true. Winter nights are dark and cold, so the way I see it, you'd want to get home as quickly as possible.
Am I insane being a stickler for this? Because to me, they do look like they are the equal distance.
One is definitely faster.
But like,
not much
negligible.
faster.
Like,
it's like a minute faster, if that.
if that. Like, I would argue less. But, I mean, it's on the corner. So from corner to corner on a square block, it's like, I understand that on the east side, it goes out a little bit, but like not enough to make a difference.
Well, yes. Why is this all true?
It's so arbitrary. It's so arbitrary.
So really, the only thing that makes sense is that he went home along Briar Road?
Yeah, the only thing that makes sense.
Ugh. I'm supposed to be convincing you here. I've given it a lot of thought, you know, and I didn't just make up my mind on a whim that he did it.
Sure.
I mean, if there was some logical reason why he might have gone the Calabash Row way, it'd be different.
Oh, that's a
I
hint.
guess that's what we need to do, but Jesus, I'm mad at how arbitrary this is.
I'd be happy to reconsider my position in that case. Honest, I would.
I mean, I walk around all the time.
A reason why Sasaki-san might have taken the longer way home.
Yes, a good reason. I don't imagine you'll be able to sway this young man's opinion without one.
I'm so done.
God damn it.
This lady shouldn't be a juror at all, but okay. I do like the way that she slaps her cheek, though. It makes me want to do it while I'm reading for her. Whatever's the matter, young man?
You're the wife of Mr. Garadeb, aren't you? The landlord who rents Mr. Natsume his room?
The master's wife? Where do you get your ideas, sir? I'm the maid! The maid, you understand?
She's keeping up that charade? This is gonna be awkward. Why didn't you mention this yesterday? That you've been selected for the jury in this trial, I mean.
Well, I was told not to mention it to anyone until the day of the trial, you see. It was in the letter I received. The instructions were very clear, so I'm afraid I had no choice. This is fucking kangaroo court. Fucking get out of here. I mean, all of Ace Attorney is fucking kangaroo court, but whatever. Whatever! It's whatever!
I see. Anyway, Mr. Natsume, the defendant, takes lodging in your master's house, doesn't he?
Yes, that's right. Although, he's only been in a little over a week now.
And in that time, surely you must have taken stock of his character.
A week is not that long.
Does Mr. Natsume look like the kind of man who would commit a crime such as this?
Oh my goodness me, yes! He's just the sort!
What?
Spending all his time in that dark and dingy room, sporting that unscrupulous mustache. It's very superficial, you see. The man never speaks. And don't get me started on those shifty eyes. All the neighbors are talking about him. I've heard them, you know. People think he must be building a bomb in there or something.
Oh dear. Poor Mr. Natsume. How could people say such things about him? Seriously. He's just a harmless bookworm, nothing more.
Justice for introverts. Sometimes we just don't fucking want to talk to people.
Well, you just call them a worm, so...
No, not like that.
Anyway, I'd better be careful about inviting this maid to speak. She said enough damning things already.
Yeah. Her and the banker, I think, are going to be the two ones out.
Alright, let's press him.
A man's life is on the line here, sir. This will take as long as it takes.
Don't get clever with me now, son. My life is on the line too, and so is my family's.
No, it's not. What do you mean?
He needs to get back to work. The likes of you wouldn't understand, but a laborer like me can't afford to take time off.
Sid is fucking spitting right now. Sid is just so on top of shit. Go fuck yourself.
You're only gonna be on the jury for a day or two.
Idiot. Sid called your shit and said you're whack. Hold that. I have the hiccups so bad.
Okay, but also jury duty plays like absolute shit.
It plays like dog shit.
If he's
No, I'm just saying an ace attorney, the trial's only gonna be a couple days. It's not gonna be like a regular
but a couple of
jury.
days
a couple
could
of days is
break
less
a
than
person
the
that is
labor.
living
Yeah,
paycheck to paycheck.
to paycheck for sure, yeah.
I understand that as somebody who has lived paycheck to paycheck.
Listen, bitch, Sid bodied your shit. Hold that.
Nah. I'm not giving him any fucking...
Sid bodied your
will.
shit. Sid bodied your shit. You gotta
Especially
hold...
because he wants to pass judgment on a dude to get out.
No, Sid,
he's like, guilty, let me go home.
You gotta hold that shit for real.
Fuck
no
off.
cap on the stack.
No. I'm way too fucking passionate about this shit.
Listen,
I'll die on this hill.
I agree with
Fuck
you.
this guy and his kids. They don't need to eat. Continue.
I agree with you that he shouldn't, but I also understand why he would.
I understand it, but I'm not giving him a pass. Fuck that guy.
If I don't work, I don't eat, and neither do my wife and kids.
Oh, I see. That must be very hard.
Must be so hard.
He's gonna be one of the jurors that you can fucking persuade, okay? So stop fucking bitching.
Nah. Fuck that guy. I hate him. I'm gonna kill him. Give me $200.
There's at least 2 jurors right now that are not gonna see eye to eye with you. This guy is one of the ones that you can maybe convince. So maybe don't be a bitch to him.
Nope.
Alright, well then go fuck yourself.
Sid, I'm on your side, alright? I'm on your side. I'm fully behind you.
I need this guy to stop being a fucking dick.
I'm fully behind you. Kemi is saying some whack shit right now.
I mean, if y'all ever need to rely on a jury to do shit for you, come, speak up. I've been there. I've been there, baby. I know.
Okay. I go to the union every morning to find out what needs to be doing. If you're late and the work's taken, it's tough.
I agree.
I swear to God, if you keep going, bitch, I'm gonna get mad. This time of year, there's water and gas supplies pipes bursting left and right and center. They're after cheap labor, and to get the roads dug up to fix it, it's hard to slog from dawn till dusk, it is.
So, you were out digging up the roads on the day of the incident as well, were you?
Oh my God, maybe. He might.
Oh, Sid is spitting.
A man's life is literally on the line.
Oh, Sid is spitting.
He's
right
literally
He
like, I'm gonna
might-
kill a guy.
man,
I'm gonna
Sid-
kill a guy.
Sid is just so on top of this shit.
He
It's
might
like-
literally be the reason why you be able to prove him innocent.
Oh, God.
So who fucking cares
Sid
if he's
is-
a bit
No,
of an
I'm
asshole?
mad at his mentality in the moment.
Sid is so sick.
I
right
mean,
now.
I'm hoping and relying on him to come around.
Sid is just
But
sinking
the whole,
threes.
I just want him to be
Dunk-
guilty so that he'll
dunking
die and I can get
super
back to my
hard.
life doesn't vibe with me, y'all. Sorry.
His field goal percentage is insane.
I understand the long goal. I do. I'm mad at him in the moment.
A triple double, just hella sports references. Sid is just keep going, Sid.
That's right. In fact, if I remember rightly, oh shit, it was just around the corner from where it all happened. By that old butt shop it was.
What? Another coincidence.
That's right. Mersham Street it was.
Good, we need to know that. I'm not trying to hate on this guy in the long term.
Mearsham Street?
I'm just mad at his mentality out the gate. No, I'm mad at his mentality out the gate.
Okay, you can be.
On the map, Mr. Naruhodo, there are only 3 named streets.
Juror number 5. I need you to add the information to your formal statement, please. Oh, fuck.
I need someone in chat to understand where I'm coming from because I'm gonna have no friends in this room.
What's the point in that? Can't we just get to this business over with now? Oh, I did not read that sentence right, but that's okay.
Please, sir, it's important.
Fine, I'll do it then.
I'm like, please tell me, Priya, that you're talking to me specifically,
no,
because I am not Sid.
Priya's just on me and Sid's side.
God damn it.
Me and Sid are winning so hard right now.
I need
You are getting completely fucked up. All right.
I don't want.
I'm confident enough in my own self that I'm not even gonna.
I
Whatever.
can't even talk about this because, like, I understand where you're coming from.
I understand where you're coming from.
But I also understand where the dude is coming from.
I think we're doing a short-term, long-term thing right now. Where,
Yes.
like, you understand the value of this man in the long term.
No. I understand where the man is coming from the short term.
I understand it too, but I don't excuse it. Because you're playing with a guy's life right now. And they're all being mega racist.
But, well, he hasn't been mega racist. He hasn't said anything about knee ponies or anything like that.
No, but...
He's just concerned about his family, and, like, rightfully so. Like, that is his concern. Yes, you're playing with a man's life, but, like, would you trade a stranger's life for your
I
loved
would
one's
not
life?
let a dude just go to death that I wasn't sure if he was guilty or not, just because I needed to get back to work. Like, I understand the gravity of that situation. I would not. Just because I've been there. Like, I understand the severity of the situation enough to where I'd be like, we can struggle for a little bit, for like a couple of weeks. I understand the gravity of that because I have been poor too. But I'm like, I'm not gonna kill a guy over it. I'm not gonna kill a guy over that.
Yeah, but that guy will.
But that guy will, and I take an issue with that.
Get over it.
But that's also his prerogative.
Yeah, and I'm judging him for that. That's what I'm saying.
That's fine.
Objection.
Your life is not more important than this one guy. Like, it's just not.
I mean, I'm not saying that I would also.
But that's what he's doing. He's valuing
But I also
it.
can't.
You know?
I can't judge him
He's
for it.
thinking about
I understand.
his life.
His
and
life
how
is
it
more
affects
important to
him.
him, and I get that.
And he's like, man, this sucks for that guy, but he's probably guilty. And if I don't feed my wife and kids, they die.
Exactly. So
Yeah.
That's why I'm like,
You're gonna just.
I would not do what he's doing. I would not do what he was doing. I would be on the side of you, absolutely. Where it's like, if I don't know a guy is completely innocent or guilty, if I had reasonable doubt, I would also be like, I can lose a few days of labor.
Yeah,
But
they deserve to be heard out. Otherwise,
but
maybe they don't
I
deserve to die.
can't blame somebody who doesn't feel that way.
I can, because I'm a judgmental bitch.
And I
I'll
can't
immediately judge
necessarily.
you.
I can't necessarily because I know how desperate that situation. I mean,
I know how desperate that situation
I
is
know
too.
you do
and I
too.
judge you anyway. Go fuck yourself.
I know you do.
Pee very badly.
Okay, I know you do, and we both do. But that's why I'm just saying, like, that's the only place where we differ is that I can't 100% judge him, even though I wouldn't make the same decision. I can't 100% judge him for making the decision that he's making. But
I can, with extreme prejudice. But even though I understand where he's coming from.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm not saying I don't. I do.
That's the only place where we differ.
And I judge him anyway.
Because I do agree with you that I would not make the same decision.
Because your family will go hungry for a little while, and that's
Yes.
bad. But
Yes.
this man will die if you
Yes.
accuse him of murder without understanding.
And I agree with that. I agree with that.
You're killing a guy.
I agree that I would make the decision to go hungry versus letting a person die.
Yeah, and I understand that it's more complicated when you have a child because no
Yes.
one wants their children to go hungry.
Right,
However, your child is not going to die from going hungry either. This
Yeah.
man will die with
Yeah.
100% certainty. If you convict him without all the facts, he will die.
And that's why I agree with you personally, but I don't necessarily blame...
Tell that kid to get a job. This is 1902 British kingdom. The kid probably is working.
But I will say that I can't blame the guy for making the decision that he's making. Well,
can.
hold on. I can't blame him for making the decision that he's making because of the time frame that it's in.
I mean, that's
and
true too, but I
because
still
of the historical, because of where we are in history. If this was a modern day thing, then I would say fuck you.
Well, if this is a modern
completely.
day thing, they would be getting paid not enough to do anything, but
$11
they would
an
at
hour.
least be getting paid
in North
something.
Carolina, $11 an hour.
That's at least something. You can buy
Yeah.
a loaf of bread with that, at least. You might
Yeah.
be eating bread
And that's
and dry
why-
cereal, which, I have lived on a diet of bread and dry cereal.
And that's why I would
but
completely.
you're still eating.
But that's why I would completely agree with you. If it was a modern day setting, then yes, absolutely. But it's not, and we don't know. And
But this is also a time period where everyone's hella racist towards Japanese people. So the time period is
but he
its
hasn't
own
been.
thing.
He's one of the only jurors that hasn't been.
But you also have to kind of think that the implicit bias is ingrained in British society.
for sure.
So it's like he doesn't need to say something overtly racist for him to have subconscious racist ideas.
But we're dealing with this in a video game setting where we're only getting certain dialogues.
True.
So the dialogue that we have gotten from him so far, at least, and like I said, I've only played for tonight, so maybe I'm wrong. But the dialogue that we've gotten from him so far is that his primary concern is his kids and his wife.
I have yet to come across anyone in this game so far that doesn't at least have some either overtly or well-meaning but still pretty vaguely racist ideas about Asian people. It's just
the
in your
only
face at
thing-
all times.
The only thing I've seen from him tonight, because again, I've only played this case for tonight.
True.
The only thing that I've gotten from him is that he has a concern over being able to work for his kids and his children. And if that is the case, I can't speak for earlier in the case. I can only speak from what I've seen right now.
This is the first time we've seen this guy, I think.
Okay. And if that is the case, then I will give him the benefit of the doubt for what he said, and he has not said anything overtly racist or overtly prejudiced.
No, I'm not giving him the benefit of the doubt, but I'm not as good of a person as you are. I'm just fuck that guy. Yeah,
And maybe-
I also have an
well-
implicit and internal bias towards British people, especially at this time.
Well-
I will not miss a chance to shit on British people because I'm an American and the bar is so low that they're the only people I can shit on.
All I'm saying is that the only thing this guy has given us is that he has a hyper major concern over his children and his wife and his ability to earn money. So we can infer that, because since we want to infer information, we can infer that whatever the jury is making or not making back in these historical times is putting him at a detriment in his salary. And if he's going to choose some random guy's life over his wife and children, I can't necessarily blame him for choosing his wife and children over some guy he doesn't know and probably thinks is leaning towards guilty.
I can, because your wife and kid aren't going to die. They're just going to go hungry for a bit.
But if this was a modern setting, I would blame him. But because this isn't a modern setting, I can't blame him.
Nah,
Because
I can blame him because I
that
can.
Because that income could be not just a couple of days, but months.
I was thinking more in terms of weeks
It's like
rather
weeks,
than...
but,
Yeah, I wasn't thinking in days at all. Because, like, even in a modern setting, I think days is not really feasible as a setback for days.
You should go fuck yourself.
Nah. I don't care. Like, we've come to the conclusion where we understand entirely each other's points. Mm-hmm. And I just choose to still be a judgmental piece of shit anyway. Go fuck yourself.
And
I
I'm
hate
just
you. Go die.
a little less judgmental.
Fuck you, your wife, and your kid.
I'm just a little less judgmental. But I will say that if he was in a modern setting doing this, then I would say fuck him. Completely.
Yeah, tell that kid to get a second job, because you already know that kid's working. You know that kid works at some factory.
Mm-hmm. I'm gonna have to pee soon too, but
that kid is a chimney sweep for real.
Because I'm sure he's got some lines. So.
Oh yeah. Hang on.
Those two statements are clearly at odds with one another.
Hell yeah, Priya, let's go.
At odds, Counsel. Explain yourself.
Please, don't point. It wasn't me, I swear.
What? I just want to get this done and dusted.
Well, juror number 3? Oh, Misa? What do you mean? Juror number 5's words just now are extremely significant.
They certainly are.
Let's take a moment to consider the implication of what's been said on our map of the local area. On the day in question, Mr. Natsume visited this bookshop to purchase a number of second-hand books. And on the same day, we now know that there were works being carried out on Mearsham Street, making it impassable.
Hell yeah.
To be spitting, which means that the defendant's route home
The testimony being useful is something I can
could
see.
not have taken them along Mearsham Street and down Briar Road. Oh, yes, of course. Wait, what do you think, sir?
And I've been saying he went the other route. I was like, come
But
on.
that means juror number 5 is now on your side.
Yeah, now. He wasn't until now. He's still kind of, he's just now coming around to it. I understand the usefulness of the testimony. That wasn't what I was getting at.
But why?
That wasn't what
would
I
you-
meant.
If all of the evidence was, never mind. I'm not going to get into that now, right now, because I'm not going to argue it. Because I'm going to just keep going forward.
Yeah, you have to pee or something.
Well, yes, you can argue with that. Really, can you? We must have a good 2 yards or more of the pavement up. Every gentleman and gentlewoman that came along had to turn back and go the other way.
Exactly.
So the only conclusion is this. The defendant must have taken the longer route back to his lodgings. Yes, I suppose he must have.
I suppose that must be right, eh?
Juror number 3, you said the following. The man wouldn't have gone around the houses on his way back from the bookshop. But we see now that he had no choice. Yes. My lord, Mr. Judge, sir, if I may.
Yes? What? Sorry. I wasn't paying attention.
I don't think in all good conscience that I can say the man's guilty now.
Cool.
Yes, I'd like to see this trial continue so we can get to the bottom of what really happened. What about you, sir?
Who, me? Well. Alright then. If there's a hole in the prosecution's argument, it should be filled in. That's what I say.
And now I forgive you.
Yeah, the hole's gotta be filled in, you know what I'm saying?
Hey.
Yeah, you know what
It's a sex joke. Do you guys get it? It's a sex
We're
joke.
talking about sex.
We're talking about sex. Ha.
Well done, Mr. Naruhodo. That was wonderful.
Well, we've managed to change a couple minds at least. It strengthened our position somewhat.
Yes. And it will prompt the other members of the jury to reconsider their stance as well,
Except for the 2 that we know won't.
they'll be asking themselves if their current leanings are really right or not. Now, if only we could just identify one more clue or discrepancy that would make them stop doubting Mr. Natsume.
Well, we still have someone to press.
We might be able to tip the balance completely.
Yes, that's exactly what we've got to do. Van Zeeks is looking to bring this trial to an early conclusion. That's what we have to prevent. By whatever means we have at our disposal. Vampire.
This trumpet is
Just being
stanky.
daddy.
I love this song so much.
It's so good.
Thank you, Counsel. Run with the summonation examination, please.
Yes, my lord. Go pee.
Go pee.
So I was about to
I also
do
have to pee, but I'm gonna wait till you get back so we can switch places.
Okay.
Yeah, me and number 5, we're good now. I needed him to just do the morally correct thing.
Sorry, folded? You say, fold what?
No. What I said was, hold it. What I wanted to ask was, do you visit your books often?
I like the old books they have in there, yes. I enjoy reading them over a nice cup of old tea. That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
And at what time did you visit your books on the day in question?
Well, I was picking out books in there all afternoon, and it would have been just before 5 that I left.
Heyo.
That's my daily routine, you see. Same thing every day, including the day you're all talking about.
Yeah, let's go, routine king.
Just before 5, you say? Exactly when the victim was attacked. Are you sure about that time?
Oh, yes. No mistake there. I remember it well. I'm not about to forget that day in a hurry. Not after the dreadful time I had.
Heh.
What do you mean?
Well, I was walking down Calabash Road when I slipped on the ice and dunked my head.
Oh.
It's always worse after the snow
Yeah.
stops falling. That's when it's most slippery. Knocked myself clean out, I did. I really thought my number was up.
Wait a minute. Let me get this straight. This happened on Calabash Road?
Have you ever actually slipped like that on ice?
Yes.
Okay, I wasn't sure. Like,
I
I don't know how.
I lived in Chicago, brother.
Oh, okay, right. I only, when I think of you, I think about Florida. So, like,
You know,
I
lived
forgot about the time you
lived
were in
I
Chicago.
lived in Chicago briefly, yeah.
God, I feel it in my bones anytime ever anything depicts, like, slipping on ice and falling, because it happened to me so many times.
It's like a cartoon.
And it hurts so
It hurts
fucking
so bad.
bad.
It's legit like a cartoon where you just go horizontal in the air.
Yeah, you literally, like, slip your foot out
you
and do,
slip
like, a
and you go
cartoon
horizontal,
flip.
And you're like, oh,
And your ass hurts forever.
gravity is taking me downward. It's like insane.
It's the worst. I fucking hate it.
That's right. I live in Cornpipe, you see.
Sid, switch places with me. I have got to pee also.
I've got you, baby.
Heading down Calabash Road is the quickest way for me to get back from your books.
Hang on.
Juror number 6, I must insist that you add that information to your formal statement. It may very well be extremely significant.
Sorry? Extremely sick? Yes, no, I do think I'm extremely sick as fuck. No, I'm quite alright now.
Ow, fuck, I hit my knee. You've changed 2 of the jurors' minds, Mr. Naruto.
Yes, just 2 more to go.
Deliver the finishing blow now. It's time to turn the tables here.
I wish I knew how to do this without the takedown. I suppose words will have to suffice for now. I'm probably gonna wait for Kemi before,
Before you make this final takedown?
yeah.
Okay.
Cause Calabash Road is that road.
Well, we've pointed out that contradiction that, I didn't. Can you explain to me what Juror 6 said that was
Significant?
compelling? Yeah.
So, he said that, he was at the same bookstore that the defendant was at.
The your or the...
Your. He
Okay.
was at Your Books, and he took Calabash Road, and he walked down it, and he slipped on the ice,
Okay.
and he knocked himself clean out, you know?
Okay.
And in regards to other people, I think the most prevalent one is her, who said it could only have been the victim. Because we know that the...
Oh, but he was... Okay, because the 6th guy is wearing green.
as well.
He is wearing green.
And he said he saw somebody wearing green collapse.
Yeah, and also he took the same route home as a defendant.
Yeah. Okay.
It's like it's up for debate that he's, also, it couldn't have just been the victim.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah, so.
I see what you're saying.
That's kind of what we got going on. So how's the stream doing? It's me and Sid, and we drunk as fuck, y'all.
What's up? I'm a little bit more sober now because I've been drinking a lot of water.
Fix that shit, please.
Oh, look what I got right here. Some alcohol.
Please. I'm begging you. It can't just be me. It can't just be me.
It does suck to slip on ice. Yeah, it fucking sucks.
It does suck to slip on ice. I do remember a time I lived in Chicago and I was walking down the street and there was I will describe him as a suspicious man. That's the best way I can describe him.
Gotcha.
And he was behind me and he would just repeat ad nauseum, "Don't slip on the ash.
Don't slip on the
Don't
ash.
slip on." And then we finally got to like a four-way like street light situation. I was a pedestrian. I was walking because Chicago is a walkable city.
Yeah.
And he just walked diagonally across the intersection, all while saying, "Don't slip on the ash." And it was icy. He was right, but he just kept. Also, he would go, "Don't slip on the ash," and then also add in sometimes a "she." And I was just like, I didn't know what to do because he just kept repeating this ad nauseum very close behind me. And then just walked diagonally across the intersection like he didn't give a fuck. And I'm like, why is he so cautious about ice? But intersections, this dude is like, I'm the king.
Also, what's up, Priya? What's up?
So I was explaining that one time when I was I lived in Chicago, and I'm walking down the sidewalk, and it is winter, and there's some ice. So there is some ice to worry about slipping on. And I am walking down the sidewalk, and there is, I described it to Sid as what I can only describe as a suspicious man behind me.
Okay.
So a man probably on meth.
I think so, but he just kept saying, "Don't slip on the ash."
That's insane.
And I'm like, you know what, that is good advice. And then also occasionally he would add in a "she." And then we got to a four-way
It's really funny.
We got to a four-way. He just kept repeating those two things over and over again.
It's honestly pretty funny.
And I was just like,
It sounds not real, which is what
no,
people on drugs
dude,
can
no,
be like.
you don't understand how many Chicago stories I have that sound not real. But
I know one of them.
I feel you on that.
And on face value, sounds not real, but as somebody,
It's very
I
real.
also know how real it is.
It's very
you
real,
told it to
but-
me specifically,
this-
and I was like, yeah, that happened.
this dude, we got to like a four-way intersection like with a light. So there's like pedestrian lights and car light, and he just walks diagonally across the intersection.
Bro, what?
Yeah, so he's like, "Don't slip on the ash," and then he's like, "I'm gonna do the most dangerous thing possible." Like he didn't give a fuck. And I'm like, I don't understand
Crossing
this.
intersection is basically just like playing chicken. with
No, but it
cars.
was diagonally across
Yeah,
it.
I jaywalk all the time. It's like playing chicken with cars.
But
They
jaywalking,
don't.
walking like across the street is different than walking diagonally across. Like that's
Most of the
just
time when
saying
I jaywalk,
no.
it is diagonal though.
That's just saying no matter what direction traffic is coming from,
Yeah.
I'm trying to fight that shit.
You guys ever fucking drive or walk against black ice?
I was gonna bring up black ice because
Black ice
it's
is crazy.
an insanely common thing as a Yankee where I come from, and I have been in an accident that included black ice where our car flipped and turned into a ditch. And my little brother slept through the whole thing somehow. Even though by the end of it we were upside down.
I can relate to that.
Yeah, my little brother is nuts when it comes to stuff
I can
like
relate to that. For people who know
I'll
a lot
never
about
forget it for as long as I
hurricane
live.
history, there was in the early 90s, like the 92, 93, maybe 94, there was a hurricane that hit Miami called Hurricane Andrew.
No, Andrew.
Yeah.
Okay.
Andrew's a Category 5 hurricane that hit Miami. It did a lot of damage. It was very, very bad for Florida.
Did you guys get Fran?
And I slept through all of Andrew.
The only time that a tropical storm ever hit New York, I slept through it.
We may have gotten Fran. I could check.
Well, I was just wondering because wait, hold on, the screen's going dark.
It'll do that.
I got it. Yeah.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure. Fran was the biggest hurricane that I remember. Like one of my first major hurricanes, because I was about like 4 years old.
We didn't get hit by Fran.
Okay, I was about 4 years old when Fran came through North Carolina, and we got hit with it really hard. And
I've seen pictures of the aftermath, and it's whack.
At the time, I was living in Mount Olive, which is not a super coastal area, which is why it was so kind of like crazy that...
Tez, sorry. Hi, Tez.
Thank you
Des.
so much for the raid.
Thank you for the raid.
Tez, I love you.
Hi, Des. Sorry, I took Kemi's place for a little bit. I'm gonna give her place back.
Mm-hmm.
All the friends from Tez are here. Hello, everybody.
Hello,
We're talking about hurricanes.
We're talking about hurricanes. Hello, my name is Sid. If you are not aware of me, I am Kemi's partner.
My better half.
Watashi Machine is Kemi and Sid.
You've been getting shit with Tashi Machine since Sid hasn't been here. Sorry.
Yeah, but Watashi Machine in concept and in execution is Kemi and Sid. It's both of them. It's both their channels. So you got the full machine here tonight.
Yeah, you got the full machine here tonight.
You got the full machine, and then me, I'm just their best friend. I'm here a lot, but not all the time. But also, I'm sick as fuck. You all can hold that
these
shit.
days.
Yeah, most of the time, but not always.
It's like Watashi Machine and Daniel.
Watashi Machine and Daniel and Jeremy.
I'm a part of.
And Nims.
I'm a part of Watashi Machine, like sort of tertiary, in a way.
You
like,
are.
I'm like,
No, you're definitely a part of Watashi Machine at this point.
I'm like, I'm like B team. You know what I mean?
I hate to raid and run, but it's midnight and I have work tomorrow, so I must crash.
No worries, no worries.
No worries.
Have a beautiful night.
I totally
You
get that.
have
Thank you so much for the
a
raid.
beautiful night as well. Thank you so much for the raid.
You had a great stream.
I don't think I've ever met you before, but you're wonderful and beautiful, and thank you so much for the raid, and I hope you have a wonderful night and a very good sleep.
Do we know if Sean's doing the live dub tomorrow night? Because I think Tez usually voices.
Oh, did they do a voice for the Apollo Justice?
I have no idea. I'm barely no live dub tomorrow. Aw, man! I know Sean's. I know I've seen Sean's been out in a couple of conventions lately, so he's been traveling.
Do you do one of the voices for the Apollo Justice one that Sean's got going on right now, though?
Like popped in a little bit on Apollo Justice, and I've loved what I've heard so far, but I don't know. I think Emmy is.
I do, but I haven't come in yet.
Oh, okay, sweet. Lamir?
Do you want to reveal who you are, or you want to keep it a secret?
I think it's publicly announced, but it's up to you if you want to say it or not.
Yeah, I mean that's why I'm asking. I love Apollo Justice, so
It's so good. We were talking.
we talk about me and
how
Kemi.
people hated Apollo Justice so unfairly. No,
I love Apollo Justice.
Apollo Justice is so good.
Apollo Justice is very good.
So it's just Sean's live dubs are always very fun. You come in case 3. Okay.
Wait, so
Okay.
am I right? Case 3 is the Serenade case, right?
Guitar
Because
Serenade.
like you would be. I don't remember how to pronounce her name properly, but you would be perfect.
What, La Mémoire?
La Mémoire? Is that how you say it?
La Mémoire, yeah.
Tell me I'm right, because like if I'm thinking like your voice would be so good for her. Anyway.
Apollo Justice is so good. Okay.
And I think Rose is Emma, which is excellent choice.
Yeah, but Emma is in case 2 and
As
case
well,
3
yeah.
and case 4.
Before we continue on with the case, I just wanted to finish off my little
Hurricane.
side story real fast.
Mm-hmm.
Not that it matters, but
Matters. It was. We were talking about other stuff contextually, and then we got distracted.
So, okay.
Good night. Thank you so much.
Hurricane Fran was the first hurricane that I remembered significantly affecting my life. And so it hit our house so hard that we had a two-story house. And we had a 400-year-old tree get knocked over and hit my brother's window. And so it flooded our upstairs. And so we were like, okay, our house is flooding because it's flooding the upstairs, which means it's going to flood the downstairs, right? Mm-hmm. So we went to our basement and we're like, okay, we're going to chill out in the basement. And this is where we're going to hold out for the remainder of the hurricane. But then the basement started to flood because of Fran. Yeah. So we went back into the house. So we had to like walk through the hurricane in the middle of the eye of the storm twice to get back into our house. And my grandmother was actually staying with us at the time because she lived in a trailer.
A mobile home?
Yeah, in a mobile home. So and like not a big mobile home, like a small mobile home. Yeah. But yeah. So that was Fran. Anyway, we're gonna finish up what we were holding off on for Kemi to come back. Kemi, come take your spot, my love.
Sit the fuck down, dumbass.
I don't ever remember which fucking storm it was that actually swung up and hit New York in the mid-90s.
I just hit the mic, I'm sorry.
That's true. I do it all the time.
No, the mic is dead now. Can't believe
I keep thinking that it was Fran or Floyd, but it was like one of those or whatever. It swung up and hit upstate New York, and I specifically remember my apartment complex, the building in front of mine had a fucking tree fall in the middle of their fucking kitchen.
Yeah.
I slept through the whole goddamn thing.
Fran would have been like 1995 or 1996.
I think it was actually 97 because I don't think I based things off of a really fucked up event in my life, and I was living at that place. So like, I'm pretty sure it was 97, but it doesn't matter. The point is that I slept through the whole thing. I woke up, and because New York is not built for tropical storms, because by the time it hit us, I think it was only a tropical storm. All of our power lines are all over the place. It looked like the fucking apocalypse happened, and I just woke up and being like, I guess the world is ending. Like,
it's baby town frolics.
Yeah. Well, and my first move down here, my first experience was a tropical storm. It wasn't a hurricane. And I got in a fight with my parents, and I walked out, and I walked across Snowscut Bridge in the middle of a tropical storm, which was not smart.
No, I'd still do that.
But it wasn't a big deal. But in hindsight, I was like, it could have gone wrong.
It could have gone wrong.
You shouldn't go walking across a bridge in the middle of a fucking storm like that.
It's still not that big a deal.
No, it wasn't. But like at the same time, I was like, nah, that was still stupid though.
Tropical storm is baby shit.
It is baby shit, but it's not anything to sneeze at if you're someone who's never experienced it before.
Yeah, that's true, but it is baby shit. I have lived through so many hurricanes.
Well, yeah, you're a Floridian, so...
I grew up in Miami I moved here in 2019, and I was born in 89, so I lived in Miami essentially from 89 to 2019.
Yeah, that's like so much stuff.
With like a couple years here in Chicago when I went to school in Chicago. So I've been hit by so many hurricanes.
Yeah.
If it's like category 3, you're like, okay, we gotta take this like a little bit seriously.
Yeah. I mean, hurricane parties are a thing here.
If it's not a category 3, we're just like, oh hell yeah, we don't gotta work. This shit is dope.
Yeah.
Dog.
Go get milk sandwiches.
Yeah. Listen, this jerk off city up in this bitch. I'm gonna.
It's like when Fran hit me when I was in, cause like, I don't know how to explain it, but in North Carolina has a coast, right? So we still have beaches similar to the way Florida does.
Yeah, it's true.
So I've lived in North Carolina my whole life. Mount Olive is only about an hour away from where I live now, Wilmington. It's about an hour and a half
It's like an hour and 15.
Yeah.
something
Yeah.
like that.
Not
Yeah,
far.
away from where I live now in Wilmington, which is a coastal city. So we always got hurricanes as well. So Fran that hit my house was a Category 4.
The
Yeah.
pictures of the beach after Fran is nuts. It looks like fucking
It
like
was a fucking
like
Category
leveled
4 when it hit
leveled buildings.
me in Mount Olive. So, like,
The fact that it would stay a Category 4 going all the way to Mount Olive is significant.
Yeah, it is.
Because hurricanes
They
basically
lose power as
soon
they go inland.
As soon as they hit land, it's just their nature is to just suck ass. Like,
Yeah.
They're just
They're
like,
just like, "Oh, man."
I've hit land. I can't do shit
because
no
they
more."
draw power from the ocean.
Right,
Yeah,
they
they
draw
need the
power
moisture.
from the ocean, the water. So the moment they hit land, they're instantly becoming weaker and weaker the longer they are on
But
land.
Mount Olive is a swampland.
True. There's a lot
Yeah.
of swampland here, so
Yeah, but it's still.
But still, yeah.
It's still like it just loses.
It weakens. It weakens
It
a
weakens
lot.
no matter what, even with that type of swampland. It just weakens. So if something can maintain a Category 4 all the way from the coast to Mount Olive, like that's a big
right.
hurricane.
Well, that's kind of why Florence was such a big deal, right? Because like the thing was, it was only a Category 1 when it hit us, and we were like, you know, same North Carolinian. It's only a Cat 1. Get the milk sandwiches and throw a hurricane party. Hell yeah, brother! But it fucking just sat here, and it didn't really decrease.
Yeah, sometimes they just sit on top of you and just.
And it sat for so long that it
Yeah.
became way more damaging than higher category hurricanes.
well, flooding
because
can
of
be
flooding.
Because flooding can be pretty bad.
Yeah.
So like Miami.
Florence had no business being as damaging as it did, but
Miami is pretty
Mount Olive
privileged.
floods as fuck because of the swamplands.
Miami is pretty privileged in that the infrastructure of Miami is built around. We're gonna get hit by hurricanes a lot, so we have the drainage necessary.
we should be, but we're
to
not.
deal with the excessive flooding that might occur. I mean, it doesn't stop flooding from happening, but like you know, it's the infrastructure is built with flooding in mind.
Just thinking about downtown and right next to the
Yeah.
Cape Fear River and how nothing is prepared at all.
And when you go to other places where it's
Stupid.
like, if you're not getting hit by like at least 2 or 3 hurricanes a year, then the infrastructure is not considering hurricanes, the hurricane flooding as like a significant thing that they're going to invest in.
Yeah.
And then the flooding is really bad.
Yeah, it was just shocking to me as somebody who's been here for as long as I have, and people lived through like Cat 4, Cat 5, like terrible fucking storms. And Florence comes up like, I'm just a Cat 1, no big deal, and destroys people. Like nobody really left town because they were just not expecting anything. And then the flooding was so bad that it really wrecked a lot of people. It had no business being like that.
I'm going to read this line.
Go for it. Let's do it. Remember the game?
Those 2 statements clearly show a flaw in the juror's reasoning.
Does it? I don't know. What are you talking about, counsel? Explain.
Well, juror number 2, juror number 6.
Why? Whatever do you mean, sir?
I'm an old man.
I think perhaps the old man didn't hear you.
Unbelievable. It's not like I was loud or anything. There is at least one fact of which we can be sure here. The bookshop receipt found in the defendant's room clearly indicates that on the day of the attack, he had been to your books and purchased a number of second-hand titles. He then returned home on foot.
But the man says he has no recollection of his return journey.
Ooh, she's sweating.
That's correct, but what he does remember is seeing someone appear in front of him on the way.
Ooh.
Someone in a green overcoat who suddenly collapsed on the pavement before his eyes.
Ooh. I think I see where he's cooking. He's cooking.
He do be cooking. He's chefing it up right
Yes,
now.
we are all well aware of this. The poor young woman who was stabbed, obviously.
I don't know what you are congratulating each other about.
No, we're just popping off. Listen,
Okay, that's fine.
we're just popping off because me and Sid have just been on the ball. Can we really be
Okay.
sure of that, madam?
Why, whatever do you mean?
I'm sure you heard juror number 6's account of what happened to him that day. That same afternoon, there was somebody else apart from the victim who was wearing a green overcoat and who fell over on the icy streets in the neighborhood.
Yeah, bitch. Was that something y'all predicted, or am I missing something?
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize.
Yeah, you weren't in the room,
Oh,
so
okay,
we were
okay.
popping off over a thing you had no context with.
Okay. I was like, why are y'all fucking... nobody ever said anything about
Hey,
this
listen,
guy.
why do we need a reason?
No, I just wanted to know. I felt left out.
But also, maybe you've seen the guy with the green overcoat.
Yeah, well, I didn't understand that that's what y'all were theorizing. I felt left out. I wanted to be in on what you guys were talking about.
Well, you gotta get drunker then.
All right, I only have so much wine left.
Well, fucking get
I
to
have
it.
some wine left.
Oh,
Get
okay.
to it, brother.
I was like, I don't have any more wine than this.
My goodness, you mean... That's right. I'm referring, of course, to hard of hearing juror number 6.
Yeah,
I don't know why you needed to point out specifically that he's hard of hearing, but are you really suggesting the person in the green overcoat whom the defendant saw collapse in front of his eyes was a jolly old gentleman on the end of the bench here with me today?
Yep,
That is entirely possible, yes.
because they were on the same street, going the same way.
After all, the old man has a somewhat similar build to the victim.
Oh yeah.
Well, look at that.
My goodness me!
Sorry, you need a pee?
No, we already all did that.
And crucially, we know precisely where the old man in the green overcoat fell.
On Calabash Road.
Therefore, if the person who Mr. Natsume saw collapsing in front of him was in fact juror number 6, it means the defendant must have taken the long route back to his lodgings. And if that's true, then clearly the crime scene on Briar Road where the woman was stabbed was not on his way home.
Oh my! I have to admit, I didn't actually see it coming. The guy that the person that he saw fall wasn't even the victim in the first place. That's nuts.
This is you, sir.
Flabbergasted.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely flabbergasted.
You idiot old man! If you hadn't been so daft as to be roaming around there, we'd have boxed this off hours ago.
And really, what were you thinking wearing such a befuddling coat?
What did you say to me? I'll kill you bitches. Is it a crime for the elderly to walk the street these days? Is it a crime to sleep on the ice? Is it a crime to keep on the sheet with the latest styles and wear a beautiful green overcoat, is it?
I love that.
How about this shit at Old Navy?
I love the fact that the she story is now just in my brain. My lord, I do hope it won't cause any inconvenience, but...
Well, you'd like to change your leaning, I presume? I would hope so.
I do declare that I would. I should like to call for a verdict of not guilty.
Thank you.
And I would too.
What?
Is it a crime to change your mind? Is it? Well, go fuck it. I'm changing my mind right now. You can't stop me, you dumb bitch.
I just love that they nail this fucking drop into the fucking thing every time. They don't even look. It's so cool. Mm-hmm. I would never. I would definitely accidentally hit the judge.
The judge is like, ah!
I'm on fire!
Hey, what's up, Tema? Yeah, green coats are stylish because even Gumshoe wears one.
Is it green?
Sometimes.
also
There's a
have
green one and a tan one.
I know the tan one. Is
Usually it is green.
It's green?
Yeah, the tan one I
it
think
is
is
usually
from...
green.
Well, the tan one is
Investigations?
No, the tan one is from
I don't remember.
It's from Trials and Tribulations.
Okay, I just remember he does wear a tan one at one point, but usually it is green, like an
also-
olive
It's
green.
It's from
So-
case 3-4, where the Terry Falls case.
Ah, yes. Oof, that case.
Also, I have a green pea coat, so green coats.
Green is a great color for like a pea coat. It's great.
And it's also fucking stylish and
Especially if
fucking
you have like if you're a brunette.
awesome as fuck.
Did you read this one? I
No.
don't remember.
Well, that summation examination is concluded with a rather large shift in opinion. It's crazy. The eyes 2, the nose 4. So, the nose have it, not guilty. Everyone go home.
Yeah, we can wrap this shit up.
I guess she just stabbed herself.
Yeah. She's in the coma and it's her fault.
This is actually starting to hurt, so I think I need to trade with you.
Right now?
Yeah.
Which means we no longer have a consensus among the members of the jury.
Whoever you want to give to me, I'll take it.
The trial will continue.
You drank it!
I'm a
Oh!
vampire.
Damn it.
Fuck.
At least he took one.
Churlish of me to drink from my hallowed chalice, moments after raising an objection, only to crush it in disgust. Pray forgive the discourtesy.
Okay, well, just this once. I forgive it.
Lord Van Zeeks? It seems I must retract my earlier remark. What do you mean? I mistakenly credited these jurors with intelligence by describing them as insightful.
Okay, hang on.
Yet we have just witnessed them falling for a cheap trick performed by an Eastern entertainer.
Bro, come on.
Okay, racist Edworth.
I mean, whatever do you mean?
I haven't tricked anyone. Everything I've said is the truth. Indeed, stalwart juror number 5 was undoubtedly repairing the road as he claims. I believe you said it was a good 2 yards of the pavement which you had excavated, sir.
That's right. Took me 2 whole days, and they paid me a measly tuppence for it.
What's a tuppence?
I don't know, like, not a lot.
I mean, from context, I can conclude that, but I just kind of want to know what it is.
Now, my learned Nipponese friend, tell me. Do you have any notion of the distance that 2 yards represents? Well...
I'm a filthy American, so no.
If I'm honest, I don't have a clue, no.
2 yards is a little less than 2 meters? Wait, hang on.
Why? What? Wait, I got that flipped around. Why did they? Isn't it meters in the UK as well? Why would they say yards?
Go fuck yourself.
Because it's the... I think it's just the localization.
Less than 2 meters? That's not much at all.
But also, yeah, that's not much at all.
In other words, a distance readily vaulted by anyone of moderate vigor. Would you not agree, my stalwart friend?
Yeah, me? Well, I can't say you're wrong, no.
What? And did you perchance erect a sign to prevent pedestrians from passing the site of your works?
Yeah, well, I wouldn't dream of it. What a waste of time. No coaches would have No coaches would have had a hope of passing anyway. We just turned the gentlefolk back when they came. From what they came.
You're good.
Kids jump right over us all the time.
Wait, feed the birds tuppence a bag means nothing to me. That explains nothing. What does that even mean?
The accused is no gentleman as far as I can see. I have little doubt, however, that he could spring over a 2-yard trench in his meanderings around town. Oh!
Is that true? Is it? I mean, yeah, honestly.
The incontrovertible truth is that the books just purchased by the accused were found at the scene.
Huh.
3. There can be no doubt that on his way back to his lodgings, Mr. Natsume walked down Briar Road. Christ, in a single sentence.
There's the slight coincidence that she may have bought the same books, but that's
It's very,
very unlikely.
And, old man.
Cold man, you can talk.
Aw, he's cute.
You say that around 5 o'clock on the
was a
day in
cute
question
face.
you slipped and fell in Calabash Road. Pray, was there a suspicious-looking Nipponese behind you at the time?
Oh, I can't say as I remember.
He'd
I'm
be
an old dumb fuck.
Behind you, so why would you look?
You don't remember? How about a wager, my learned friend? You say it was his old man that the accused saw, but I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove it.
Oh yeah, well I would lay 1,000 to 1 against you being able to prove your point.
Yeah, I bet you can't even suck your own dick, bro.
Yeah, do it right now. Let me see it.
Order! Lord Van Zix, explain yourself.
My lord.
If you had such a defensive document up your sleeve, why in the world did you not proffer it during the summation examination?
Yo, wait, why is the judge being kind of based right now?
I wanted to give this young foreign student the sightseeing experience he no doubt came
Go
for.
fuck yourself, dude.
I wanted him to see for himself how the opinion of the jury is so readily swayed.
Alright, that is fair, actually.
Yeah, but he still deserves.
No, he can definitely go fuck himself. But I'm just saying, like, it
You know,
is really easy
yeah,
to
no,
sway
but-
the opinion
but-
of a jury.
But also that's...
It's a whole science.
You know what? Also,
like,
that's hard as fuck, though. You know what I mean? Yeah. But my hospitality has its limits. And they've been reached, I feel.
Fucking
So, my learned friend,
extra.
today's sightseeing tour of London is now
He still
over.
hasn't done the pose that I.
Yeah, he hasn't done the
hasn't
pose.
done the horny
He hasn't
pose.
done the one that
this
you
whole
will-
time.
He hasn't done the one that will make you come.
Yeah, well, he's just a fucking racist edge.
Oh, yeah,
Edgeworth
well,
motherfucker.
they
yeah,
all
but when
are,
he
really.
Does but when he does the pose, you will come.
Like, they are all racist.
What-
Don't worry about that.
What
I
are you
mean,
talking about? My lord.
I do love this pose. It's not the pose, but I love
Yeah,
this
there's a lot
pose.
of JoJo posing.
This is
in
JoJo
Yeah, no,
pose, if I
There's
ever
a
saw.
lot of JoJo
fucking,
posing in
It's
this game.
fucking Phoenix Wright. Of course, there's
Yeah.
JoJo posing.
But this
No,
game
but this is especially.
This game especially has a lot of JoJo posing. The prosecution requests permission to call its next witnesses to the stand.
Do it, do it. This is how people fall.
Granted, bailiff, bring forth the witnesses.
Oh, hey, it's our time to shine, yeah?
It's next witnesses.
Mr. Naruhodo, do you not remember?
We're here to bring the witnesses.
Yay! Let's get a witness in here, yeah?
We've been told on several occasions that there were eyewitnesses to the incident. Do you not? I mean,
Yes, I remember one of them being a Scotland Yard policeman. No,
I don't have as much
Yes, my buddy is my Scotland Yard
I don't
homie right here.
I'm more concerned with the other witness because ACAB, but like, usually when a witness shows up, it's because either they're guilty or they're gonna reveal to you who is guilty. So
Yeah,
I've
maybe.
been kind of waiting for that. Anyways, I'm afraid that's likely to be the prosecution's next witness.
All right. No matter how Van Zeeks brings to the stand as his witnesses, and no matter what they say, I believe in Sasaki-san. I know he's innocent, and I'll keep believing to the very end, until this battle is over.
Yeah, because
All right,
he
the bailiffs are gonna bring these witnesses in. Look at these two
Yeah,
cunts
we bring
right
them
here.
in, yeah? Look
Wait.
at these cunts, yeah?
Witnesses, please
High five.
state your names and occupations for the court.
Yeah, bring it in, yeah!
Well,
Oh my
us
god.
two bailiffs has brought these two witnesses. They're here in
They
the
are-
courtroom right now. As you can see, one is a policeman from Scotland Yard. I respect him greatly.
He don't look so well, does he?
He don't look so well, but look at that fine lass.
Looks like he's been down to the pub, yeah?
Yeah, look at that fine lass
Yeah.
next to him, though. She's looking mighty fine right
She
there.
does, she look fine, yeah?
You know what? I don't know if she's taken or not, but if she's not, I'm gonna make my move. You
Good
know?
luck, brother. I believe, yeah.
You believe in me, brother?
I believe.
You know what? I'm
I
gonna
support you all the way,
I'm gonna
mate.
take my
All the way,
I'm
brother.
gonna take my chances and see if I can't land this bad.
They're both very cute, by the way. I love... This motherfucker's definitely so drunk that he's almost passing out. Like,
He's tired.
I mean, I'm looking at the red on the nose and cheeks,
Yeah.
and I'm like, motherfucker is so fucking blasted that he's about to pass out.
Constable Ruby, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir.
What a mood. And I'm Miss B. Patricia's my name, and I'm proud to say I'm this young town hero's wife. Oh, they're cute. Couple goals!
Yeah.
Let's go!
What's the story here?
Well, in truth, we've not been married long. In fact, we celebrated our first anniversary only the other day.
No, it was your husband I was asking about. He seems tired. Hardly surprising. Whilst being an honorable occupation, patrolling the beat is the most demanding work in the world. In this moment,
Yeah, alright. I'm just, you know.
Remember they haven't full gone ACAB yet.
I know. And I know this is the UK versus the US is kind of different, but also I just hate police.
ACAB is bad in the UK too, but at this point in time, it's like...
But I did have a discussion with someone in chat not too long ago about the differences between the US and the UK police systems. So, like, I understand that there are differences.
Mm-hmm.
However, I hate all policemen all the time.
Fuck policemen. Oh, really? I'm sure I've heard that before, actually.
Indeed, apart from raiders off, our gallant officers trudge some 20 miles a day, you know. It's really impressive. I think I want to get on Mickey.
I was like, strong bad?
They patrol boarding houses and pubs, collect taxes, survey the streets, check that meters are reading true, and they're responsible for keeping the streets clean and lighting and extinguishing the street lights. I mean, my pussy is wet right
Your
now.
Honor, how do you type with boxing gloves?
I mean, I'm ready to go right now. If a policeman wanted to go down on me, I would just say yes, please.
I am sleepy.
Yeah, I think we're probably gonna finish here really.
I think we should probably get through this testimony that's about to happen and then call that there. That's a good spot, right?
I'm gonna call it for myself now.
Go for it. Because it's almost 4 a.m.
And I don't have anyone, I think, else to voice.
You don't.
No, you don't.
So, I love you.
Can I have a smooch?
Also, I would like to have
of
of some of your wine if you don't mind. But only as much as you'll give me, so I leave it up to you. Take this dirty cup and do what you want with it. But I want more smooches. Hang on.
Fuck me.
Permit me to be super fucking emotionally gay.
Yeah, it's time to be gay as fuck, y'all. Welcome to the gay part of the stream.
Oh shit.
Where this shit gay as fuck.
Yeah. It's time for me to be a little gay bitch.
Are you first pacing it with that piece of loose leaf?
Love you. Give Brandon a smooch for me too,
Because I'm sure he's already sleeping.
Yeah, he's probably already sleeping.
He usually goes to bed around 2 a.m.
Hold up, I gotta give Sid a hug as well.
Yeah, give Sid a hug.
I'm sorry.
Everybody say goodnight to Sid.
Good night.
He's going to sleep.
The boy is going to sleep.
Boy needs his rest.
Thank you for the smooches and the additional alcohol. I need to be up in another 4 hours to get... Link is going to the vet in the morning, so...
Get some sleep.
So yeah, we'll wrap this up shortly. But I think we need to get to the next point where we can pick up easily.
Yeah.
It's very important in an Ace Attorney when you're streaming it once a week. Because I will forget what we were doing.
Yeah.
So...
There are a number of items on that list that don't sound much like policing duties at all.
I wouldn't just be falling asleep on my feet. I'd have collapsed long ago. But it goes without saying that a policeman's primary duty is the apprehension of criminals. Even when he's off duty, a constable is expected to investigate and resolve any crimes on his beat. For the London Bobby is a man of honor.
He's so cute. I just love the way that his fucking strap to his helmet is in his mouth. Because that is something I would do.
Yeah. And a man of slumber. On the day in question, this man and his wife were walking down Briar Road in the opposite direction, and they witnessed the incident as it occurred. Is it not correct, Mr. and Mrs. Beat?
That's right, sir. Isn't it, Rolly?
Constable Rollerbeat, sir. Nothing to report on the street, sir. What a great witness he's gonna be.
I love them. They're so sweet and wholesome.
Very good. I'd like to hear your formal testimonies now, please. You will tell the court exactly what you saw in the afternoon of the incident.
Yes, sir. Oh, I'm so tired.
Oh, I totally relate. Also, what the fuck happened to your helmet? I'm sure that'll be relevant, but what the fuck? It's all caved in.
It was our wedding anniversary, and Rolly was taking me out for a meal. There was no time to change after work. Anyway, two silhouettes appeared out of the fog on the pavement in front of us. All of a sudden, one of them just collapsed on the floor, and then the other scat did something before running off. We ran straight over, of course, and then went for help at the nearby police box. It was definitely that Japanese man at the dock. Rolly and I both saw him clear as day.
Hey, man, it's crazy that the policeman didn't say shit there.
Yeah, I know, right? Crazy.
Well, this is extremely compelling testimony, I must say, although there seems to be two of you, but only one of you spoke.
Oh dear, this policeman and his wife were claiming to have positively identified Mr. Natsume at the scene. If their testimony's true, the alternative course of events that you established in the summation examination will be quashed, even though I'm almost positive that we were correct initially.
It's death's knell, in fact, because that alternative was never viable in the first place.
It was, though!
What an unfortunate betancing, and on your wedding anniversary, too.
Oh, I know! But I still managed to go out for the evening with my man. Thank the Lord for that. Gosh, the life of a London bobby sounds very hard indeed.
Indeed, however, this cross-examination will be over in minutes. You may well have time to rest this afternoon. What do you mean by that?
Yeah, you what, mate?
My learned friend, the witnesses saw the face of the man fleeing the scene. They are testifying under oath that it was without doubt the accused, Mr. Sasaki Natsume.
What?
And one of these witnesses is a policeman, no less. So you appreciate the gravity of the situation, I'm sure.
But the policeman didn't actually say anything.
Except that the man's so tired, his wife had to do all the talking.
Enough preamble. Counsel for the defense. Commence the cross-examination, please.
Yes, my lord. Okay, this is a good time to stop.
Yeah, we want to do that here.
Yeah.
Because it's
Almost
late. 4.
It's almost, that's crazy.
Which is like close to the time when I usually like need to record stuff. Prime time for recording is 3 to 4 a.m.
That's crazy.
Pro tip.
That is for.
But I mostly have like fucking admin work to do tonight.
Yeah, but we're gonna save here and we're gonna stop for the night. We actually did make a decent
We
chunk
did.
of progress. Even with Sid here, which is crazy.
Yeah, which is nuts, because, like, I mean, we did go off on tangents, but
it wasn't as bad as some other nights.
be proud of us, because usually it doesn't go down like that. If this is your first Ace Attorney stream on this channel, boy howdy.
Yeah, we made a lot of progress comparatively to others.
Comparatively, we sure did.
So we're gonna stop here. We've saved already, so we're good to go on that.
Hell yeah, hell yeah.
Kemi, is there anyone you want to host, or do we want to just...
I will check really fast. I doubt anybody that I follow is on at this hour, but I'm gonna look anyway.
Yep.
But regardless, I'm gonna work on my goal for this weekend is to try to construct a schedule, because I really want to start streaming more. I want to do a deep night soon. Mm-hmm. For those who aren't familiar with this channel, and because it's been a while since we've done one, Deep Night is basically just an indie game showcase that I like to do. And usually it occurs at like the ungodly hours of the morning, aka around now. Like, it's 3:47 a.m. Usually if I was to do a Deep Night stream, it would start around 2 a.m. I want to do a Deep Night soon. I want to do more Deep Nights. And Jeremy and I are also still playing Yakuza, and we haven't gotten to Yakuza in like a month. So ultimately the goal is to get back into doing more streams other than just this one throughout the week, so that y'all get more shit and I get to play through more shit. but I don't know yet what days of the week that'll be. But I'm gonna try to plan to actually schedule streams. We'll see how that goes.
Might go well, might go terribly.
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. I'm gonna try my best because I really want to. And so hopefully you'll see more of me this week. And I need to finish Chapter 5 of the Hayseed Night this week as well.
Any host targets you see? Or
Nope, sure don't. Nobody's on.
Okay.
But so yeah, everybody take care. Take your meds. Drink water.
Yeah.
Go outside.
Yeah.
Not necessarily right now, but like get
Yeah,
sunlight.
yeah,
That
right.
vitamin D is very crucial.
Right
so
now is probably a bad time, but have
yeah,
a good night.
have a
everybody.
super great
Thank
night.
you so much for watching. Thank you so much for the raid.
yeah,
for-
shout outs to Tez, aka Tenny Princess. Definitely go check him out.
Outside do be sucking, nannies.
Yeah,
That's what
what's
I'm
up, nannies?
saying, dog.
Outside does suck, but you do need vitamin D. So
Yeah.
if you can, you don't have to interact with anyone.
Yeah,
Go
I
outside
sometime-
and literally touch grass.
I
Just walk around the
sometimes
block.
I have a bench in my backyard. I sometimes just sit out there. Just
Yeah,
chill.
interact with nature, but not people.
Yeah.
That's what I do. I look at, there's geese in our neighborhood and turtles. I just go look at birds and turtles and walk around and go, oh man, the grass and foliage is real pretty.
RBM, you're doing a lot of talking instead of Super Metroid practicing right now. I know.
You know what? Daniel's spitting right now. That's true.
I've definitely sent you a lot of Super Metroid videos, and you could be practicing that shit.
Yeah, what's up with that?
So I mean, like, Rock Howard's worst nightmare, dude. Sotenbori, you are after my heart. Bringing up Rock Howard of all people, fucking.
I can't do
Rock
that.
Howard is one of my favorite. So Rock Howard is one of my mains in CVS2.
Oh, okay.
And Rock Howard is sick.
I'm not familiar.
Sotenbori is after my heart bringing up Rock Howard. Holy shit.
I think you could say, I've been getting a little bit more into fighting game stuff
well,
lately.
you know Geese Howard.
Because of you specifically.
Okay, so
I do know Geese Howard, for sure, I do.
Yeah, Rock is his son.
Oh, I did not know that.
Yeah, Rock is Geese Howard's son.
Okay, Tema, that's totally fair, by the way. The heat is a factor.
Yeah, and
So if you need to get outside either early in the morning or close to dark, that's fair because the heat is nasty. I mean, here it's more of a humidity issue, but yeah, no. I love Geese Howard is such a great.
Yeah, Rock Howard is his son.
I didn't know.
But Geese doesn't give a shit about
So
Rock
Rock
Howard.
is the one that goes geese. Like I've heard that before.
There's a couple people who go Geese, but
I have a feeling.
Rock Howard is his son, but Geese doesn't give a shit about Rock. So Terry is essentially the one, like.
And I'm aware of Terry.
Yeah, Terry Bogard is essentially the one who is like raised and taught Rock. So Rock has a mixture of like Terry moves and Geese moves.
Interesting. Okay. I'm a baby. I don't know. I don't fighting game and I don't know a lot, but I love the community. I think the community is great for the most part and funny. There's a lot of
my
bad
Rock in
shit
CVS2
too.
is fucking sick as shit. I'm fucking cooking. That's all I'm saying.
I believe you because I know I've seen you. I know you're sick as shit.
I'm talking about Rock Howard's first appearance, I believe, is Garo Mark of the Wolves. But the Rock Howard I play mostly comes from Capcom vs. SNK 2.
Which is mostly what I'm aware of. Like I don't know the first thing you just said at all.
I think Rock Howard's first appearance is Garo Mark of the Wolves.
I have no idea what that is.
Rock is also in KOF 14 and 15.
Yeah, I'm aware of King of Fighters.
He's really good in 15. He was ridiculous in 15 for a while. They nerfed him, but he's gonna be in the new Garo game that's coming out soon, which should be interesting. And I think Rock was in a weird random KOF Maximum Impact game, which sucks ass. So you don't have to worry about that.
Okay, I was like, I only know just King of Fighters. Like, I don't know things have spin-offs or like other. I mean, I just know King of Fighters. Like anything else related, I have no fucking clue.
Most iterations of Rock are dog shit. He's usually pretty bad in the game, but in CVS2 he's pretty good, and in KOF 15 he was top tier for a while, but they nerfed him, so now he's just good.
Okay.
Anyways,
That's fair.
we gotta get the fuck out of
Yeah,
here.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, we got distracted again. But like, the point is, go outside, touch grass,
Yeah. Do a raging storm.
see some geese. Do a raging storm.
Yeah.
I stain my hands with your blood.
Yeah. You know.
And yeah, have a great night. Get lots of sleep.
Yeah. Have a good night, everybody. Thank you so much for watching. Y'all are great. We love y'all.
Okay, bye.